hip hop is a way of life, a way of thinking.
Number 15. Burger King food platters. The last thing you want in your Burger King burger is someone's food fantastic.
Y'all like the tuning of this patchwork staccato cover I found? I don't know who Mick Catherine from 2022. You were cooking. Cat Jam, I agree. Cake Thanks for 16 months. I appreciate it, girl. This is literally the okay, I'll be honest, I did not really I wasn't really I'm not the biggest fan of the song, and then I heard the tuning for this and I was like, I take it back. You know, first time catching stream, I saw there's quite a few people. I saw some first time chatters on Twitch. I see quite a few people in the YouTube live stream chat who are like, this is my first time here actually live. I appreciate you coming live. It's a better experience, trust me. How are we all doing tonight? Okay, can I say, I'm gonna say a crazy take. It's not even a crazy take. Okay, yeah, Cake is 16 months old. Soon we can take off the diapers. I actually don't know. I don't know anything about babies. I have a theory that, like, you know when you're like, I don't like a certain food. I think if you have a food you dislike, it's probably you just don't like the way that food was prepared, okay? So, like, for example, I really dislike eggplant, and then I had eggplant correctly once, and I was like, okay, I fuck with eggplant, but only in one specific way, okay? I think Vocaloid songs are the exact same way, where you're like, I don't fuck with the song, and then you hear someone who tuned it differently and you're like, wait a minute, I fuck with it now. That is how I feel about this cover of Patchwork Staccato. Because sometimes I'm like, I don't really like, I'm like, I would never listen to Patchwork Staccato in my free time unless if this cover was this tuning. But yeah, that's that. The tuning is so, I know the tuning, I don't know, like, it's like really high pitched, but like kind of, I don't know anything about music. But how are we all doing that, ladies and gentlemen? I've returned from my work trip to fuck ass Montreal. God, surrounded by the French. I'm back home. I've never been so happy to be back in Toronto. Okay, Trade my school pork chop, exactly, dude. It was like, I went to Montreal, it was just raining for like 4 days straight in that city. It was so miserable. It's just so wet. It was just wet and gray for like 4 fucking days. Dude, they worked me like a dog from Monday through Thursday. They were working me like a dog, I'm telling you. I was like, okay, so you guys know how I got this watch that, like, you know, I got the fitness watch now, and your streamers, wearable tech, well, whatever, okay? So one of the features of the, I'm just gonna show you, okay? One of the features of the watch is it tells you, like, oh, how well did you, like has like a metric called body battery, which is, I don't know how the fuck they calculate it, but it's like, oh, it tells you how much energy you have, right? Obviously take it with a grain of salt. Okay, let me show you my body battery on an average day. All right, let me get an average day. All right, this is my body battery on a random Monday, okay? Look, I wake up, it's like, I wake up high of 85, and then by the end of the day, it's 15, right? Like, you know, start the day, you're well rested. You end the day, not well rested. All right, let me show you. Bro, this is my body battery on the trip. Wake up high of 42, low of 5. Every single day was like that. Look at the Thursday. High of 13, low of 5. Look at this graph. By the way, all the orange is the watch telling you, yo, you're stressed right now, dog. Yo, you might be a little stressed. Oh, holy shit, it's so loud. All the orange is the watch saying like, oh, you're a little stressed. Bro, it's all orange. Look at this. Look at that. Like, this is me the day I went home. Look how fucked this is. How did it even do that? I don't know. I think it checks like your heart rate compared to your like your normal like sleeping heart rate, and like it like when you're when you're sleeping, there's like different like deepnesses of sleep you can get. So I think it like calculates it based on a bunch of metrics, like, oh, you got a bunch of REM sleep. Every day I was just exhausted, tired. I don't like the way the office coffee tastes. I have eaten so many sandwiches because people in Montreal love sandwiches. I do not like I don't really fuck with sandwiches that much, guys. Like I don't ever make a sandwich at home. Like I just think it's like it's not my preferred way to eat all the ingredients of a sandwich. I'd rather eat it like in a bowl or separate, just not in a sandwich form. I'm not a big sandwich. I eat sandwiches like every fucking day. I'm so sick of sandwiches. I've had more sandwiches this past week than since the start of the year, buddy. But I'm so back. I'm so happy to be back. Other than that, how's everyone else doing? We didn't stream. I did not stream yesterday because I was returning home yesterday. But okay, I have a bunch of work-related stories from, you know, being on the trip. I will let you pick which one of these I have to elaborate about, okay? Y'all gonna, okay. Whoever says the first thing, I will elaborate. I obviously will not have enough time to go through all these because the tier list takes a lot. Watching it, and I'm good. That's awesome. I did see Casa 7 stuff already, so I can't really react to it. One, you want the first one? I'm now the official MC of my team. Too much cheese. Okay, too much cheese is easy. I ate too much damn cheese in Montreal. I cannot stop farting. If I did a fart count today, I think I have farted 20 times today. Like, I'm not even like, that's not an exaggeration. I think I have farted over 20 times today. Every single day since Tuesday, I have farted minimum 20 times. I felt so bad because I would like fart in the office, but silently, and I could tell the person next to me sniffed it, but I was like, bro, there's nothing I can do. If I don't release a fart, I will explode. Like, here's my thing. What do you do in the situation where you need to fart? Like, what is the societal expectation when you need to fart? Do you know what I mean? Like, you sneeze and you say, oh, bless you, sorry, whatever. What do you do when you fart? You, like, there's no, you, like, if you hold it, I genuinely think holding in a fart is one of the most painful things you can do to your body. Like, y'all know when you hold a fart and then, like, it is like, you might as well just give yourself a period. If you're like, what, if you're like holding in a fart for too long, you literally are just like give yourself period. How to give yourself period cramps? Don't fart when you desperately need to fart. So that's the cheese fart story. Yeah, holding farts is objectively worse for you, but like, what are you supposed to do? And the problem is I was farting so often, like if I just walked away, it'd be like I'm walking away for like 2 fucking minutes. So yeah, I was a bio weapon. What the fuck is Stefan was too? Thank you. Somebody pointed out Stefan was too wise. I need to tell you the Stefan was too wise story, and I'm gonna play with me music because it's so fucking hilarious what happened. Okay, Steven, let me explain. Stefan was too wise. So what happened? So imagine it's me and about 20 other adults. We're sitting in a conference room, and there is somebody that, like, one of the somebody on the team, one of the higher people on the team who's like talking, and they're about to split us up into groups, okay? And so my boss, so there's like my boss, and let's call him the sub boss, okay? There's boss and sub boss. Sub boss is standing in the front talking about what everyone is gonna do once we split into groups, okay? Meanwhile, boss is screen sharing on a massive TV behind sub boss, like a Google Doc, and he's writing down all of our names and splitting them into groups. So like, for example, like if this was the doc, you know, he's going group A, Bob, Clara, the fucking Sukasa, you know, like all that. Okay. So I don't know what my boss cannot type for life of me. So imagine sub boss is talking, he's yapping, and everyone is not listening to him because on the screen we are watching my boss type. Let's call him Jean, the most French name possible. Jean is typing, and bro, It's like this. He's typing. He's going. I'm not joking. He was doing it like 7 times. Like 7 times he kept misspelling the name Stefan over and over again. And like at one point there was 2 Y's in the name Stefan, and like low-key everyone was like holding in their laughter and watching. And at a certain point the guy who's talking, sub-boss, realized what's going on. He's like, yo Jean, can you like stop typing? You're like distracting everyone. And the crazy part is, he was absolutely right. We were so distracted because, bro, like, my boss is, like, so terrible at typing. At one point, he spelled Stefan was 2 Y's. It was the funniest shit of all time. Because you're, like, sub-boss, he's, like, talking very important stuff. He's, like, giving a very important presentation. We're just, like, Stefan was 2 fucking Y's. So that's Stefan was 2 Y's. That's what Stefan was 2 Y's was. It's funny, like I'll never forget Stefan was 2 Y's. All right, somebody asked about all my coworkers thinking I'm an extrovert. Dude, let me tell you, I'm running the biggest con of all time. Every workplace I have gone to since I've started being a, like, you know, software developer, starting my actual career, they always think I'm an extrovert. These motherfuckers don't know what the definition of extrovert and introvert is. Let me tell you, every time there's an in-person event, it's like they forget, because I always tell them directly. I'm like, guys, I'm an introvert. Guys, I'm an introvert. Like, I'm not gonna go out all 4 nights drinking with y'all. And every single time they always they're like, oh, Trey's an introvert? Is that true? How could that be true? I'm like, guys, I'm just really good at being performative. Like, I don't know what to fucking tell you. like genuinely. And at one point, my boss and I were having like a one-on-one meeting, and like, you know, you always check in with your manager every few weeks, and he's like, you know, Trey, everyone keeps saying, even though, like, you know, I got feedback from the team, they love working with you, Trey, and you know, you're just such a extroverted person, even though you say you're introverted, I don't believe you. And then he continues on with the rest of the feedback, and I'm like, okay, Jean, let me explain what introverted and extroverted means. I had to sit there and explain to him, my Gen X boomer boss, like the difference between introvert and extrovert, because I was like, okay, sir, introverted means you get energy by yourself. Extroverted means you get energy from other people. And I'm like, sir, I'm really good at dealing with people. I just get real tired of people real fast. He still doesn't believe me. He genuinely does not believe me still to this day, and I think it's fun. By the way, I forgot to put down another story. Okay, hold on. Let me do. Hold on. Tiger embroidery jeans. Do some of you know I own pants that kind of look like this, right? Some of you know I own jeans that have like a giant tiger embroidery. Okay. Obviously it's a very statement piece kind of pants, right? Like, I'm wearing baggy jeans and there's a giant tiger embroidered on one leg. Bro, my boss, we're like standing around waiting for lunch to arrive, and he's making small talk with me. He's like, Trey, I really like your ninja pants. Bro saw me wearing these, but I really need to emphasize, this is like a 60-year-old Quebecois man from the suburbs. He's like, I really like your ninja pants. Oh my god, that got me. Ninja pants was so, he said ninja pants, and then I was like, they're like, technically anything, they're way more Chinese than like ninja. Like, they're not ninja like in the slightest. If anything, they're like super Chinese internet, like they're super Chinese streetwear coded, if anything. And I was like, no, Jean, they're more like Chinese. And he's like, that's true. There's no tigers in Japan. Like, that was his logic. His logic was like, ninja pants? Oh, not ninja pants? Oh yeah, they can't be ninja pants. There's no tigers in Japan. Like, I can never know what bro is saying. Like, he's always saying, like, genuinely, like, never let him know your next move is him. Like, I can never. He's a great boss, by the way. Like, I love him as a boss, but he's just saying like crazy, like, he's just saying stuff. It's so funny. Nice ninja pants. Oh yeah, they can't be ninja pants. There's no tigers in Japan. Like, so good. Are there tigers in Japan? No, right? Like, I guess he was right there, but I just thought it was so funny. He's like, no, it's no tiger. He is the most entertaining person of all time because he's like kind of old. But yeah, that's my time. There are tigers in China. Yeah, there are tigers in China. But I was just like, ninja pants. All right, I want to get this tier list started, so I'll do one last one of these things. Okay, I'm gonna talk about dabbing up my coworker. Let me explain to you. So there's a guy on my team, a Ukrainian guy on my team. Okay, me and my actually I'll do it really quick. So me and my Ukrainian coworker, we're out with me, him, and 2 other people. We're wrapping up the night. It's like 1 in the morning. We just went drinking. We've been out. And then we get to his hotel, and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to think of a name. Kevin, have a good night. And so Kevin's about to go up to his hotel room. So he hugs one person, a group, another girl. He kind of does like a, with another guy. And then it's my turn to like kind of do some kind of physical contact good night. And so I don't want to do a hug because I'm like, I'm trying to aura farm here. Okay, come on, be so for real. So I do the shoulder check with him and he goes, whoa. Like he gets real serious. He goes, whoa. Can we do that again? He's like, that was amazing. He said, that was amazing, Trey. Can we do it again? Me and bro proceed to dap each other up. Shoulder. I'm not joking, 12 times because he wanted to recreate the feeling of the first dap we did because it was so nonchalant and had so much aura. He was like, we have to do it again. No, one more time. No, one more time. And then my other coworker, he wants to get in on this shit. So he then proceeds to dap up the other coworker another 10 times. So we're just standing outside the hotel, Montreal downtown at like 1 in the morning, just like 30 times. Okay, and then eventually we were never able to recreate the aura of the first one and we gave up. Fast forward next day, I see him in the office. It's the morning, we're just having small talk, and you know, Kevin comes up and he's like, Trey, I was thinking about it last night. I figured out why the dap we did was so good. And he was so serious. Like he approached me and like, me and him, we work together. And like, I swear to God, he was more serious in this conversation than when we were talking about work shit. He's like, Trey, ever since I've come to Canada, when people dap us, do like handshake and daps, he's like, I hate it when they do this and they turn it into like a handshake, which is very common in like Canada, I guess. He's like, I don't really like that. He thinks like it's too much. He thinks it should just be like one shoulder and done. He doesn't like doing this in a handshake. And he's like, in Ukraine, no one ever did it like that. Everyone only did this and shoulder or just this. No one ever goes like this and this. And he's like, when I came to Canada, I never really liked the handshakes, but I could never figure out why until you did it with me. And I realized back in Ukraine, that's how we did it. And I literally like awoke and Kevin's like, bro, this is exactly like, you just reminded me of home. Like it's like 9 in the morning. My watch tells me I have like 20% body battery, and I'm like, okay, Kevin. I'm really happy I've reminded you of that memory of Ukraine for you. Like it was just like great. Yeah, I gave him like I unlocked like a memory he didn't know he had. So that was I brought it back home. Kevin was A/B test. Yeah, I revealed literally we did this and he had like a fucking flashback like he's Kanade's dad or something. Okay, like but that was the dapping of my coworker story. Okay. Kevin is based. I love Kevin. Kevin rolled up to the on-site wearing the Minecraft B streetwear hoodie. Do you know what I'm talking about? Minecraft B hoodie. Kevin rolled up to the on-site wearing this, and I was like, Kevin's cool as fuck. Kevin was wearing this to the on-site. He looked fly as hell in this too. Who's Kevin wasn't paying attention? It's my Ukrainian coworker. Kevin rolled up wearing this, and I was like, Kevin knows ball. Kevin, he's got motion. No, it is so fire. They did it. They restocked this. I might get this actually. But yeah, I saw it in person. It's really nice. It's like embroidered too, so I'm probably gonna buy this. Okay, I'll go over this. And then I'm starting the tier list. Guys, I've been assigned, so okay. My boss, Jean, he loves me, okay? Jean loves me. Jean thinks I'm like, he just loves me, okay? He loves me. And like, he recently rearranged the team, like the little squads on our team. And Jean put me with 2 other developers who, let's say, have subpar public speaking skills. And he told me in the down low, and this is very not down low because I'm telling all of you this. He told me, Trey, I need you to teach the other 2 how to communicate like you. And I could not believe he told this to me, by the way. Like, this was like, damn, he really trusts me. He literally said, by the way, these 2 other guys, they're more senior than me. Okay, I'm intermediate. The 2 other guys are senior. Okay, they're like 1 level above me in like the career ladder. Okay, and he literally said, Trey, you need to teach these 2 how to have better communication skills, because he's like, right now their communication skills are holding their careers back. And I low-key went, bro, I don't think you can. Are you sure you should be? I was like, damn. I was like, here's the thing. I'm not surprised by that fact, but I'm surprised he told it to me so directly. I was like, oh my god. Like, he like kind of sent me to this like to like work with them, these 2 as like a Hail Mary, because he's like, bro, like, I guess he is literally like, how terrible could it be? It's pretty bad. Okay, it's so bad. Okay, it's so bad. One of the 2 of them, the joke is, our team lead, we have 2 team leads. Our team lead, we're gonna call this guy Greg, is a Greg translator. So we'll be in like a big meeting and Greg is speaking and like low-key no one understands. So then the team lead will be like, okay, what Greg is trying to say, and then the team lead will accurately communicate what Greg was trying to say. But that happens like every fucking meeting. Like, that's how bad it is. And the other guy, he also sucks at like talking to anyone who isn't a developer, because like, okay, low-key, the other guy, he'll like who's not great, he'll like low-key just start like talking to people who are like not developers on our team, but he'll like literally use only developer words, and like the other people are just like so fucking confused, and I'm just like, dog, you have to like, you have to translate it to like non-developer language. Like, these motherfuckers don't understand what you're saying. It's not like, and they're not supposed to, they're not developers, they have a different job title. So yeah, the issue is, I've been assigned, like, he literally told me, like, Trey, you need to teach these 2 how to communicate like you, because the feedback I always get, like the good feedback I get from like my coworkers and during my performance reviews, is they're like, Trey is so good at communication, which, you know, makes sense. And so my boss is like, Trey, you need to teach these 2 chuds how to communicate better. And in my head, I was like, and I told him like, I'll try my best, John. But in my head, I'm like, yo, I don't know how I'm gonna fucking do it, because like, literally, all my communication skills are like, yeah, gee, I wonder where yeah, literally, it's like, how do I teach like communication skills? Like, bro, I have like over how many hours of, hold on, let's find out how many hours, Twitch tracker, xtrachea. Guys, okay, everyone, I want you to put in a guess. How many hours of live streaming do you think I've done in my entire lifetime, including my Minecraft COVID era? Can everyone put a guess? How many hours do y'all think I have literally streamed? Including my Minecraft streamer era, in which for 8 months, I streamed 6 days a week, 5 hours at a time. 10,000, 900, 700, 238, 2K. Good guesses. We have some good guesses. Okay. On the xtrachea Twitch channel, I have 1,100 hours streamed. On xtrachea, I have 928. The total is 2.1K. I have 2.1K hours streamed. So, like, my boss being like, Trey, can you teach them communication skills? It's like, dude, I don't even know how I'm gonna, like, I genuinely don't know how I'm going to do it, because I'm just like, dude, like, if you none of you are ever gonna watch my first stream. My first streams are 2,000 hours, 2.1. My first like 6 months of streaming all those streams suck ass, so we're never gonna watch them. But I'm just like, bro, I literally don't know how to teach these guys how to communicate better because I learned to communicate well because I've just been streaming and non-stop talking and learning how to talk to all of you, and I have like 2,000 hours doing it. So I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, I have like an impossible challenge in front of me. And the other issue is like these guys will pretty much always avoid public speaking if they can, which is the opposite of what you want to do when you're trying to get good at something. So like I don't even know what the fuck I'm gonna do with this. Time to get Greg a PJSK on a Twitch account. Dude, I gotta get... Okay, I low-key need to just get Greg to slow down because, okay, mind you, Greg and the other guy, we'll call him Josh. Greg and Josh, it's like Drake and Josh ripoff. Greg and Josh, they're both French, they're both Quebecois, so their first language is French and English their second language. Yo, Greg's English, he is like, here's the thing, I can understand him because I am also a fast-talking Andy, but I slow down when I talk to Greg because his English is not like super strong compared to the other guy. I literally tell him like, yo, Greg, you just need to slow down. I know you're like I know you got that like ESL nervousness where you're like nervous speaking another language, so you just speak like really fucking fast. But I'm like, dude, just slow down. Trust me, just slow down when you speak. So I don't know. This is my work challenge, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. But yeah, that's this story. Yeah, but I really don't know what I'm gonna do here because how do you get so good at public speaking? I have 2,000 hours of live streaming. Yep. So that's my Montreal work trip. So hi to you wherever. Hi. I'm assuming World Cup time. The city is very busy because of the World Cup. It's kind of fun. The city's very alive right now. I'll say that because of the World Cup. I watch a lot of FIFA, guys. Dude, FIFA low-key. Okay, yo, watching World Cup low-key kind of ball. It's kind of fun to watch World Cup. Soccer, okay, you know what's funny? I'm watching the World Cup and I just keep making Rocket League jokes. I just keep thinking, like, soccer/football would be more fun if they added some of the Rocket League rules to it. Like, you know, in Rocket League, if the timer goes up, the game keeps going and the ball stays in the air. I think soccer should adopt that same rule. I think the game would be so much more interesting if the timer on soccer keeps going and they gotta do keep up. Yeah, I also only care for the World Cup because it's fun. What's it called? Okay, that's it from this. We have a large tier list. I'm closing this tab. It's time for the tier list. I'm rearranging my tabs and I'm pinging the Discord. It's time for the tier list, everybody. It's time for the lore yapping. Boom. All right, everybody. It's time for the real part of the stream. It's time for the tier listing. If you do not know what this is a part 2 continuation from last Saturday's stream. So, what did we do? We tier listed the main stories plus the event stories all the way up to what is before this one. Hold on, I'm checking my notes. I can't remember the order. What was before Toya 1? Before Toya 1 was Shizuku 1. We got all the way up to Shizuku 1. And we are now going to attempt to get through all of these. I think we can do it because the main stories are just so long and there's so much talking about it. And I watched a VOD back. I got so heated about N25 main story, bro. I watched it back and I was like, yo, I was so, not even mad. I was like so triggered. I was so triggered by the main N25 story. I think back on it, I don't think my opinion's any different about it, but I was just low-key so mad because people kept arguing with me about it in chat. I was like, holy shit, I was getting so triggered low-key. but I will say I literally got rage bait by main story Mafia. The only caveat I'm gonna give as like you know what, I'll give it to the main N25 story is N25 main story is like the low-key, the exact opposite of the Leonine main story. Yo, Leonine main story, the story ends and it's like, okay, where the fuck are they gonna go with this now? Like Leonine main story, you can read it and like never read anything else again. And low-key, it's like a story that makes sense and you could just end it there and it's like low-key fine. N25 story is like the exact opposite where it's like, if the story ends like this is such a shit story. You know what I mean? Like it ends on such a fucking like weird note where it's like, okay, I guess these two girls have like a super codependent relationship and the other two girls, like, we barely know anything about them. Like N25 main story is probably the out of all the main stories, the one that positions themselves in the best way to keep on going. And like the rest of them are all low-key, like very self-contained. Maybe the MMJ one's like a little bit is like somewhere between, but like Leonie, BBS, Wonderland's X Showtime, they're so like self-contained, and it's like, where the fuck do we go this now? But like N25, it's like, bro, like there's so much room for this. That's the only caveat I give for this. But I still do not like main story Mafu. I'll say that main story Mafu, I hate her ass in the main story, but then later on I like her more now. By Mafu 2, my mind has changed, but that, you know, we'll get there. Okay, we gotta get through this. By the way, I did read, I've read this card side story all the way up to, hold on, let me check. Hold on, let me check. I've read the main card side stories up until, I'm okay, I'm kind of behind on the card side story, but the card side stories are like low-key, like, they don't really, the card side story will not change anybody's like spot on the list, okay? But I've read the card side stories up to here. I still need to read the card side stories for one, this row, like all this, but you know, it's fine. Okay, let us begin. Let's begin. Toya 1. Okay, Toya 1. What happens in Toya 1? Okay, Toya 1, VBS are like performing, and then a rando goes up to Toya, and he's like, yo, you guys are all popping, except you, kid. You? Something up with you. I don't know what it is. Fix it. Toya Loki starts spiraling. He's like, oh my god, what's wrong with me? I suck. I'm the worst. My boyfriend Akito's gonna leave me because I'm just holding him back. And instead of like bottling it up, he tells Akito, and then Akito's like, maybe it's because you and your dad are like still really beefing. And Toya's like, oh, you know what, like, yeah, my dad does give me shit every single time I see him. That's true. That's a good point. And then Toya walks in and he goes, you know what, I'm gonna tell my dad my true feelings instead of just being an angsty teenager. Toya goes to his dad and he's like, Dad, come to my show. Dad's like, fuck this. And Toya walks up and Toya's like, you know what, and Toya tells his dad, actually the other important thing, Toya tells his dad, Dad, I know you hate street music, but street music to me is classical music to you. Thanks for teaching me how to love music in general. Please come to my show. VBS do his show, and everyone's like, is your dad coming? And Toya's like, I don't know. It doesn't matter now. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's in fate's hands now. Toya goes home. His dad's like, that shit was ass. Walks in the room, and Toya's like, oh my god, my dad came. And the B plot of this event story is Kohane's parents think Kohane is going to like sketchy ass places, and they're like, Kohane, you gotta fucking stop. You're not allowed. You're done. You're done. And Kohane's like, no, please. And then Kohane convinces her dad to come, and her dad shows up with a fucking giant DSLR to watch Kohane. And then Kohane's parents are like, oh no, yeah, it's Lifehouses are not scary at all. That's the B plot. That's the B plot. That's literally the B plot of the thing. I actually, okay, I'm gonna say this right now. I love it when the event stories have B plots that kind of tie into the A plots. Like, some of the events don't have B plots and it's low-key lacking. I feel like there hasn't been a single event story I read up to the first Annie in which the B plot pissed me off. Like, the B plot is low-key always great. Like, a little spoiler to the B plot in Picnic 1 that I fucking loved. I think a B plot low-key always adds a little something to the story. So I actually really like Toya 1 because I think Toya's dad showing up at the end and still being like, this is stupid, is kind of nice. Like, I liked how grounded the dad's reaction was, because like I feel like Disney movie fucking ending is like, oh my god, my son is so cool, this music's great, Toya, you're doing good, son, awesome. I think it was very grounded that Toya's dad was just like, he tried, but like he's not on board just yet. Obviously, you know, I know later on things change, but I think it's very grounded that his dad was like, he tried, but he still fucking hates it. So I like that honestly a lot. So do I think this will make you Kitty Toya? I don't think make you Kinney Toya. But I think it was good. Like, I genuinely thought this was great. Holy shit, Figma, let me move. I think it's like, I think if you have this dynamic with your parents, I think it's a good Oishi. Yeah, sorry, did I say stand or fave? I don't know. Yeah, I meant Oishi, sorry. But I think this is a great setup. Is Kinney the new category? No, Oishi and Kin. No, Oishi and Kinney are different. No, Oishi and Kinney are very different words. Okay, I meant Oishi. I think this will, like, if you're like, I think if you are like gifted kid who moved on, this story will kind of resonate with you. Like, I think if you had like a helicopter parent who push you into like something, and you were like low-key good at it, but you like gave up on it, I think the story will be very relatable to you. I think it's a good story. I think it's a good setup to Toya's like character arc, and everyone responds like real human beings. You know, some of my critiques a lot of stories, like no one would react like this. The lesson learned for Toya, and it was applied, unlike 191. We're not gonna talk about 191. So yeah, I actually really I like Toya 1. Also, Toya 1 gave us rad dogs, also known as Toya 1 also gave us a hold on. Yo, Toya 1 also gave us a rad dog, so like I'm happy with Toya 1. Group them, please group them. Can I not group these? Red dogs. Oh my god, it also gives red dogs, so you know what, like, it's good. Yeah, also the B plot is like a nice parallel. The B plot serves the purpose here too. So I think it's good, and Red Dogs is a good a song I enjoy. Okay, next, Twilight Parade. I'm not even joking. Twilight Parade. Okay, first of all, I'm just gonna put it up here straight away. Spiritually, Twilight Parade is Shiho 1, but oh my god. Okay, let me give you a little summary of Twilight 1. I'm pulling out my notes. Let me give you a little summary of Twilight 1, because I'm sure it's been a while for some of you. All right, Twilight 1 is like, is it our first mixed event story? No, it's not our first. Twilight 1 is our first mixed event story that low-key is super important. Okay, Kamiyama School Festival is important, but Twilight Parade mogs it in the like plot relevance. All right, Twilight the musical Twilight Parade, important things. Nene and Ichika become besties, and Nene is like Ichika's singing tutor. 1. Okay. Twilight. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I'm skimming. It's been a while. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. All right. So the whole thing with musical Twilight Parade, Leonie is like, we're going to Wonderland Showtime. We got tickets. They go to Twilight Parade. Okay, they don't go to Twilight. They go to Phoenix Wonderland. They're having the time of their life. It's Leonie and Wonderland at Showtime having a great day out together. But the only thing Shio can think about is, oh fuck, do I join Standout? Iori's like offer is still on the table. What do I do? Shiho's like deeply conflicted because she's having tons of fun with her friends, and and Leonie's having a great time, but Shiho realizes like, holy shit, they've never thought about going pro. Like, I want to go pro. And it's like the entire story is just like 8 episodes of internal Shiho like angst and like conflict, and it's awesome. It is awesome. Just 8 episodes of like internal Shiho angst. And the climax of this story is, all right, Leonie's at the park, Wonderland's at Showtime puts on a show, Shiho watches the show, Nene sings in the show, and Shiho's like, Nene is like significantly better than all of them. After the show, Shiho and Nene have like a very important conversation, and Shiho asks Nene, why do you perform on this danky, rinkety ass stage? Like, you are significantly better than the scope of your audience. And Nene's reply is, oh, because I want to perform with them being Wonderland's X Showtime. And then Nene poses the same question back to Shiho. Why do you perform with Leonid when you are significantly better than the rest of them? And Shiho has a realization. It's like, yeah, I want to go pro, but I just like being with my friends. And I'm like, fuck, cinema, actual cinema, like cinema realization. It's like 8 episodes of like Shiho, like, okay, I'll put it like this. There is a lot of buildup with a good emotional payout at the end. It shows Shiho actually, I would argue, like, Shiho low-key cares the most, more, like, not to say that, like, the rest of Leonie don't care for each other, but Shiho is low-key the most considerate out of all of them. Like, up until this point, Shiho is, like, you know, Shiho cares, but Twilight Parade is like, whoa, Shiho, like, cares on, like, a much more deep, like, such a deep, considerate level. It is so awesome. Twilight Parade is, like, heat. Shiho haters, just make them watch Twilight Parade. Like, honestly, if you know someone Shiho, tell them to read Twilight Parade. It is so heat. Hinamoris are low-key gapping right now. Hinamoris, so good. Twilight Parade is, like, probably one of my favorites I've read. What's next? We got Insatiable Pale Color NO1. What happens here? NO1 is, you know, N25, they're working on music, they're doing their normal music stuff. Anna finds out about a, okay, there's two important things we get in the story. We get Anna backstory, a little more of Anna's backstory, and there's the plot. So the backstory we get that's revealed in this story, in this event story, is Anna originally always wanted to be an artist, and then when she's in middle school, she's like still like, I'm gonna be a big artist, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna be a big artist. And she tells her dad, and her dad flipped the script on her, because up until this point, Anna's dad's been like, yeah, keep drawing, kid. But when Anna expresses like, I'm gonna lock the fuck in and do art professionally, her dad's like, you're a sad chud, you're a sad, talentless chudling, okay? You can't do this. Give the fuck up. And Anna, it likes the Shinonome fire within Anna to be like, fuck you, dad, I am gonna do it. I'm gonna get into this art school, and I'm being a famous artist. Anna did not get into art school. She did not get into any of the art high school she got to, which is why she's at night school at Kamiyama. That's the backstory we got. And then there's still the regular plot on top. The regular plot of this event story is there's an art contest. Anna was like, I don't know if I'm gonna join it. And then her dad's like, you're gonna join it, idiot, loser, you're not even gonna win anyways. You can do if you want, you're gonna win. And Anna goes, fuck you, I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna win. Anna tries her ass off, makes a painting, she doesn't win shit. Her dad finds out, Anna tweaks the fuck out, trashing her room, like full on rage trashes her room, like actually crazy, to the point that Akito comes in like, yo, what is going on? And Anna's like, get the fuck out or I'm going to beat your ass too. And Akito's like, all right, I don't want any of this smoke. And Akito, being you know, actually being a good sibling, goes up to Shinonome dad and is like, dad, why are you so mean to her? And we actually get a little more about dad too, which is kind of interesting. The dad is like literally the, you know, there's like two types of artists. There's two. Do you guys know about you know Hayao Miyazaki, the Ghibli studio guys? Have you guys ever watched an interview by him? He is the most depressed motherfucker on the planet. Like, he's like, life has no meaning, everything is awful, humanity is awful, blah blah. Like, dude is like super cynical. That is essentially Shinonome dad, okay? Shinonome dad essentially is like, I don't think Anna can survive the path of an artist, because the path of an artist is absolutely brutal. Yeah, the cigarette doesn't want smoke, exactly. But then Akito, holy shit, once again, he kind of low-key dropped a baseline here. Akito says, dad, okay, whatever, who fucking cares about all this art stuff? Can you just be her dad? And then I stood up and applaud. I was like, yo, that was kind of based. I don't know, every once in a while, Akito's just like, pancakes, gets embarrassed because he's trying to order farm, and then once in a while, he drops like the line of the century. He drops like a crazy observation. I was like, oh, he was low-key based for that. He's like, dad, can you just judge her art like her dad and not as an artist? And I was like, what? I was like, oh shit. He went, like he sat up at the edge of his chair for that line, okay? And Anna's dad goes up and kind of has like a little heart-to-heart with Anna and is like, oh, your painting that even though it didn't win our contest, it actually is good. He gives some feedback to Anna about the painting, and Anna actually accepts the feedback and makes the painting better. Holy shit, wait, I think there's more in this event story. Hold on. This event story has so much in it. I gotta double check something. And there's more. This event story is also so insanely dense. There's a whole other part of this event story I forgot to mention. After Anna loses the art contest and her dad calls her a sad, a talentless, artless chudling, Anna starts spiraling and goes MIA, goes to the empty Seika with the intention of low-key killing herself, and the rest of N25, deeply concerned, writes a song for Anna. Anna is so touched by the song, she makes a new painting, and Anna's like, even if no one appreciates, holy shit, there's so much in the event story. I also forgot this part. Anna goes to the empty Seika and Loki to disappear. N25 so concerned, so Kanade does the only thing she knows how to do, and writes a fucking song. By the way, I'm gonna show you the song. It is fucking beautiful. I'm gonna play the song right now. If I can remember what it's called. Hold on, I'm gonna find the song for you. It was so beautiful. I listened to it and I was like, oh, this is pink. Insatiable Pale Color Project Sekai Kanade's song. Just listen. Dude, I almost cried when I heard this shit for the first time. I was like, this is I've been saved. I've been saved. It saved my ass. Oh my god, this, yeah, when it starts swelling, the song is so beautiful. Like, this song is insanely beautiful. Oh shit, hold on, my YouTube music's exploding. Okay, we're good. Oh, we're good. Okay, so it kind of writes the song for Anna. It gives Anna the will to live back. And here's the crazy. Here's the second insanely base line from this event that you probably forgot about. That Mafi. So at one point, Anna, Anna's in the empty Sekai. Loki about to kill herself. All of N25's are like, Anna, please don't kill yourself. And Anna's like, what's the fucking point of doing my art? No one gives a shit about my art. No one appreciates it. What's the point? And Mizuki and Kanade do the normal friend things, and they're like, we like your art. We appreciate your art. You don't need to find appreciation. Mafiu says some base shit. Okay, Mafiu says, and I'm gonna pull out the fucking Jamie, pull up the VOD. Some of you are gonna forget this line. I'm gonna pull it up because it is. I was flabbergasted. This Loki also. Hold on. Where is it? Is it where is it? Maybe hold on. Episode 5. Is episode 6? Hold on, episode 6. Hold on, I don't remember what fucking episode it is. Is episode 7? What fucking episode is it? I gotta get this line for you. Y'all don't understand. This line, literally, it was like, this is the most base thing Muffy's ever said. Alright. So here's the interaction. Anna and like Kanade and Mizuki are trying to be like, Anna, you don't need external validation to do your art. And Muffy goes, fuck that. Is there something wrong with wanting to be appreciated? Why do you hate the part of yourself that wants attention? If no one acknowledges or recognizes you now, just keep drawing until someone does. We have to keep creating what we do anyway, so... Okay, this is not what I wanted. I wanted a... truth. I wanted the hold on. Holy fucking truth nuke, bro. Oh, what a truth nuke. I was like that. Oh, I was like, like, this is the most based, like, actually true thing. This is so based. Is there, Mafi low-key saved the day with this line, and Mafi locked in and said, what's wrong was wanting to be appreciated. Because at this point in the event story, you know, Anna's like on the verge of killing herself, and Kanade and Mizuki are doing like the Disney, you don't need to be appreciated to be yourself. And Mafi makes a counterpoint, like, what is wrong was wanting to be appreciated. And I was like, holy shit. And so, you know, I'm taking a while to summarize the event because so much happened this event. And Anna says, no, N25 needs my art. They appreciate it and they need it. So I'm gonna keep drawing no matter what. Kanade wrote me this song. I have to repay her with my art. N01 is like, the fact that it took me this long to tell you about everything that happened in N01 is unbelievable. Like, it is insane to me how much content there is in N01, how much development there is. Everyone locked in, retweet, the repost, fucking put it on my public story. Shit, man, this. Honestly, you read N01, this is your Oishina. Your Oishi. Like, this is genuinely like the holy fuck. Hold on, I'm actually gonna rearrange this. Genuinely, I actually think it's more like hold on, I think it's like this. TBH, I think N01's better than the main story. I think N01's so insanely good. Because, like, the main story's good, but N01 has so many, like, based moments, so many base lines that I'm like, this is crazy. So I think N01 is the best event story I've read so far. It is so fucking good. It's so unbelievably good. N01, you gotta reread that shit, man. N01's so good. All right, next we have N01, Smile of a Dreamer. What happens in N01? I'm gonna go check my notes. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, this is, okay, Emma1, okay, I remember, Emma1's pretty good. Emma1's pretty good. Okay, let me explain how Emma1 goes. All right, Emma1 is previously on Wonderland X Showtime. Wonderland X Showtime is still trying to win the show contest that the whole park is having, okay? And they are neck and neck for first place. They have a good shot at winning the whole damn thing, okay? So Wonderland X Showtime is locked the fuck in right now. We're trying to beat the Phoenix Stage Group. The big one was, you know, they're trying to win. Meanwhile, Emu, you know, Emu, Nepo baby, she goes home. She finds out that her brothers who are running the park have agreed to do this fucking hold on, I gotta make sure I'm not confusing this up, because one of the next Showtime so much shit happens. Yeah, Emma finds out through her brothers at home that her brothers are planning to partner up with essentially Marvel Sanrio. They're essentially planning to partner up with fucking Sanrio. With Sanrio in order to get more people to come to the park, because the park is kind of doing dookie numbers right now. And Emma, you know, when Sanrio comes in, Sanrio wants to tear down all the old rides in Phoenix Wonderland and put up Sanrio themed rides in an attempt to get all the Sanrio girls to show up to the park. Okay, that's essentially the story. And Emu is like super against it because she's like, yo, this is not the park Grandpa Otori envisioned. Grandpa Otori did not envision Sanrio Land. This is Phoenix Wonderland, okay? So Emma is low-key tweaking out about this because she is trying everything in her power to convince her brother otherwise, but her brother being kind of assholes and are just like, no, fuck you, Emma, we have to do this. Or, well, the younger brother is an asshole and the older brother is just being a businessman. Emu is like, it is clearly bothering Emu. The rest of Wonderland X Showtime notice and they're like, okay, Emu's not opening up. She just keeps bottling up all her feelings and wonder-hoing at us and she's not telling us the truth. And eventually, Wonderland X Showtime's like, okay, we gotta get Emu to open up because it's clear something is going wrong here. Tsukasa gets a zany idea. He takes Emu up to the top of the Ferris wheel. I don't know what it, can someone tell me, is there like some kind of like romantic undertone connotation with going on a Ferris wheel at like sunset to the top? Is that like a trope or something? Like, I swear to God, Wonderland X Showtime does it like all the fucking time. They take Emu to the top of the Ferris wheel and Tsukasa kind of like opened his heart up and he's like, bro, we are here for you, Emu. We want you to smile. Remember last time? I helped you. This time we all want to help you. Open up. Emu opens up, crying her eyes out. She's like, my friends love me and they're gonna help me. She tells her friends the truth about how, like, oh yeah, Sanrio, PXL are gonna do a collab. I don't want this to happen. And one of the next Showtime's like, yeah, we gotta stop this shit. And that's the end of the story. The end of the event is one of the next Showtime figures out, learns about this Sanrio deal, and vows to stop it. How do I like this event story? One, plot relevance. Holy shit, the plot okay, that's the one thing I'll always give to Wonderland Next Showtime. Every event story is always moving the plot. Okay, there is no bullshit Wonderland Showtime event story. Like, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes N25, there's like some N25 stories where it's like nothing happens. Something is always happening in a Wonderland X Showtime event story. Like, if you miss one of them, you actually have to read every single one of them because there's just so much shit that happens in every single one that you're like, oh god, like, we act like, what do you mean this, like, what do you mean there's a Sanrio collab? Like, if you skip Smile of a Dreamer, like if you went from like, oh my god, on this holy night to Tsukasa 1, you'll be so fucking confused. Like, you actually have to read every single Wonderland X Showtime story. Other than the event story is good. It gives a little more depth to Emu. You know, Emu, I feel like, is a character that just gets it's too easy to like write her off as like the moe hyper fixation child schlop character. I think it brought a lot of depth to her character. I also really like the Dewey turns into like Sherlock Holmes and starts like interrogating the bodyguard mascot at one point. I really like that. Dewey kind of locks the Dewey locks the fuck in and interrogates the shit out of the bodyguard mascot like he's a drama anime, okay? Like, when Dewey locks in, he's actually so useful, okay? When he's goofing up, it's like, what is bro doing in this event story right now? He just wants to kill Tsukasa. Like, there's only two modes for Dewey. Kill Tsukasa, Sherlock Holmes. There is no in-between for that fucking guy. So I actually really like Smile of a Dreamer. It's definitely not up here. Like, I don't think, because here's the thing, like, Emma learns, like, I gotta open up and rely on my friends more. But I feel like it was kind of expected. Like, as you're reading the event story, you kind of know, you already know what lesson Emu is gonna learn. Some of the event stories, like, you low-key don't know what's gonna happen at the end. This one, you kind of know, like, what's gonna happen at the end. It's like watching Avatar Last Airbender. Like, you know at the end of Avatar Last Airbender, Aang is gonna eventually defeat the Fire Lord. It's like, same with Smile of a Dreamer. At the end, you know, Emu's gonna open up to her friends. Otherwise, what the fuck? I think it's definitely... I'm comparing it to these two. I think I had a physical reaction. I liked them more than these two event stories just because I thought the climactic ending on the Ferris wheel was heat. Okay, like, I don't know. You put Wonderland Next Showtime on a Ferris wheel, I'm telling you, there's some emotional climaxes always pays off. So it's not that much better than these two, to be honest, but the Ferris wheel scene, I think, gets the dubs. When Tsukasa wants to give like a heartfelt speech, he's so good at it, and I really liked it. So, Smile of a Dreamer goes and I had a physical reaction. I liked it quite a bit. All right, what do we have next? Oh. Hold on, I'm changing the music for this. Come on, YouTube music. Oh my, okay. Oh, now we have Doll Festival at the goddamn Tenmas. How do I feel about Doll Festival? The elephant? Yeah, it's being addressed. The Doll Festivals at the Tenmas. Holy, oh my god. Let me explain to you the Doll Festival at the Tenmas. The Doll Festival is a holiday in Japan, which is mostly for girls, in which, you know, families all have this like set of dolls that they put up on a like a little display, and then you do like you drink some like you eat some very known snacks and drinks, and you know it's like you have like dinner with your family. Okay, that's the holiday. It's the Doll Festival day at the Tenmas. Tsukasa has saved up money and got new dolls for Saki's because her old ones were all fucked up looking, and he puts him up in the morning, and Saki is so mad. She is triggered. She's more triggered than me talking about main story mafia. Saki is so triggered. She's like, how could you fucking do this to me, you swine, okay? She starts slinging insults at him, calling him names, borderline slurs. That's a joke. Just like, she's angry. And Tsukasa, he doesn't back down. He starts hurling insults back. She's like, he's like, you're unappreciative, ungrateful. Get the hell out of my face. And they both go up. Yeah, you big dumb forgetter. That's what they literally call each other. Okay, they both go to school. And they're like, oh my god, I can't believe I said that one. And they're both like crying their eyes out because they feel so sad that they were fucking rude to each other. Mind you, it's a doll festival day. Saki had planned to organize a doll festival party at her house for the rest of Leonid. And so Saki is sad because she thinks Tsukasa's gonna ditch, and Tsukasa is sad because he thinks Saki doesn't want her there, and they both just spend the entire day at school sulking. And you're wondering, well, why doesn't Saki just call Tsukasa? He forgot his phone at home. Saki wanted to call Tsukasa and apologize and talk it through. He forgot his fucking phone at home. He just doesn't have his phone on him. And eventually, you know, it's the end of the day. Saki goes home, and Tsukasa's like, oh man, I shouldn't go home. I don't want to rain on Saki's parade. So he goes to the Wonderland Seikai, and he starts talking with Sleepy Luca. And Sleepy Luca says, Tsukasa, you know, it doesn't matter how grandiose the party is. If the people who I care about aren't there, the party sucks. So I think you should go and crash Saki's party. And Tsukasa's like, thanks, I'm gonna go crash the party. Tsukasa returns to the real world, and Honami, the only person with a brain cell, sees Saki just like in shambles the entire school day. And so Honami goes out of her way and goes to freaking Kamiyama and says, Tsukasa, Saki feels really bad. Can you two just talk to each other? And Tsukasa's like, oh my god, I gotta go talk to my sister. Tsukasa races home, and him and Saki talk it out. They tearfully are like, I'm so sorry for calling you a big dumb forgetter. And then the backstory's finally revealed that why this even happened in the first place is because Saki was really pissed Tsukasa replaced the dolls because the two really old shitty dolls meant a lot to her, because the only reason the two dolls were fucked up in the first place is because when Saki was a kid and she was in the hospital, she could never celebrate the doll festival at home. She was always in the hospital, so she didn't have the dolls. And so Tsukasa felt bad as a little kid, so he ran to the hospital with the dolls, tripped, fell over, ate shit, annihilated the dolls, brought them to the hospital, and Saki was like, I like that the dolls are fucked up because you brought them to me that day. And Tsukasa interpreted it as, Saki is putting on a strong face because she's so mad that I fucked up her dolls. That was the entire event story. And my goat Honami got drafted with the 2-star. Honami's the only one with the brain cells event story. Truly, there is nothing good about this event story. This event story is filler schlop. I'm only gonna put it above the stupid happy Seikai New Year's one because we get a little bit of backstory. Why is the Doll Festival of 10 Months actually so bad? Because there is nothing learned, nothing gained, and nothing, like, nothing, like, okay, first of all, every character has 0 brain cells in the story, except Honami. Everyone has negative brain cells. How does Tsukasa forget his phone at home in the big 2-6? I talked about it on the stream a few weeks ago. How do you forget your phone at home as a high school student in the 2020s? That means bro commuted to school. He didn't look at his phone a single time. He doesn't listen to music on the commute. His I don't know, he never checked the time unless he has a watch. I don't think he has a watch. He never had to check his text messages a single time between him going to school and leaving the house? Because here's the thing, I feel like anybody, all of us, if we forgot our phone at home, I would 100% go back home for it. He's eating alone. But here's the thing though, even if he forgot it, it's so worth going back home for your phone unless your commute is over an hour long. It literally, yeah, also how the fuck did he go to the Sekai without his phone? That's a great, holy shit. Crazy plot hole. How did he go to the Wonderland Sekai without his phone? Wait, actually, wait, that is actually the craziest plot hole in the world. Oh, for that, it's actually going below. Maybe Nui got him to go to... I don't think so. Okay, this is actually going below now because of that crazy plot hole. He uses school Chromebook to play Untitled. He uses... Oh my god. Okay, I'll put it above because we got to see Tsukasa's stupid child model, which is really funny. Yeah, he did it at school. Okay, regardless, okay, the reason Doll Festival of Tenmas is not really irrelevant or good because it doesn't add anything to their dynamic that we already didn't fucking know. Okay, little spoiler for, I call it Shinanome's 1 and Hinamori's 1. Hinamori's 1 and Shinanome's 1 adds a lot of depth, background story, to the relationships of the siblings. Like a shit ton for the Shinanomis and a lot for the Hinamoris. It adds nothing to the dynamic for the Tenmas. Like the Tenmas before and after Doll Festival of Tenmas are the exact, is the same relationship, okay? Like the way Saki and Tsukasa are before and after, it doesn't change. We know Tsukasa loves his little sister and treats her like a princess. It doesn't have to because it's cute. Yeah, but then it's filler. It's filler because it doesn't add any relevance. It doesn't do anything. But like, also I just cannot, like, no one has any brain cells in the story. It's just like unbelievable. Yeah, the backstory is the only good thing, but no, it's not. No, I did not enjoy reading this. I was just so frustrated reading this because they're both just like, it's actually such a skip. This is such a skip. He just went to Sekai somehow when he was leaving school. Yeah, bro did. Wow, that, okay, seriously, that's a crazy plot hole. That is an insane plot hole. He didn't have his phone. How the fuck did he go to Sekai? That's a crazy plot hole. It has to go here for that plot hole alone. Okay, what's next? Holy peak. I also want to point out too, holy shit, I gotta make a YouTube short about that plot hole. If I remember to make a YouTube short. That's actually a crazy plot hole in the event story. Little small hole. Okay, here's the issue also with Doll Festival of Tenmas. Doll Festival of Tenmas is sandwiched between two of the best event stories in this fucking game, I would argue. Okay, some of the two best event stories in, okay, like look, this is the first. You go from peak, pretty good. Doll Festival of the fucking Tenmas, peak, eh. Okay, Doll Festival of Tenmas, this row is like so crazy. Like you know, if Doll Festival of Tenmas was like here, I don't think you know, it's whatever. It is right before the most like Minori 1, and it's just after NO1 and MO1. Like it's in like the worst fucking spot in the world. Yeah, it's like stacked, like who invited bro to the cookout? Like that's Doll Festival of Tenmas. Okay, let me tell you, Minori 1 is so insane. Okay, that's how Minori, I think I give this up. All right, yeah, Doll Festival said big red ticker. Who did this? Okay, Minori 1, what happened? Haruka, using her connections, gets MMJ invited onto a live stream from one of her idol friends who turned into a live streamer. MMJ go onto the live stream, and there's a bit where the host of the show, the live streamer, is like, Minori, do you want to try and, like, do you have any special talents? Minori's like, oh, I'm really good at learning up idol dances quickly. And so the host is like, why don't you try and learn my dance right now? And so Minori attempts to, like, watch the live streamer do her dance, like, twice. And then Minori tries to recreate it, except Minori catches her foot on the carpet, eats shit, and dies live on stream like this. All right, this is a recreation of Minori 1. All right, literally. Minori 1 does that live on stream, and oh my god, the audience did not like that. They go, ooh. They go, damn, who's this chud? Who's this chud? El Bozo, fat lol cow Minori. Like, they're just roasting her in the live stream chat. It's just not a good day for her. Minori is like, gets sad as fuck. She's like, bro, I can't do this idol shit. Like, I can't handle all the haters. Then Minori's walking on the street. A random fan comes up to her and they're like, oh my god, Minori, I'm your fan. And Minori's like, are you sure it's like me? Not like the rest of them? The girl's like, no, I'm your fan, Minori. I am Minori stan number 1. And the fan starts telling Minori like, oh, I'm having like troubles in school and I just feel so hopeless. And like, I can't do it and I can't keep up in my school club. And Minori's like, watch the next live stream. Watch the next live stream. The fan's like, okay, I will. Minori locks in like it's nobody's business. And she starts practicing like a motherfucker. The next live stream comes up and they're doing a live performance on the live stream. Minori pops off like it's nobody's business. She eats up that performance. And at the end of the performance, Minori gives a little speech telling the fans like, guys, I am standing next to the goats right here, the goats of idols. I'm a chud. If my chud ass can get on the stage and perform and make my dreams come true, you can do it too. You can get your dreams. And then Minori spots a random chatter who says, thank you, Minori, for giving me hope. And it's the same girl that Minori ran the streets. And Minori's like, I delivered hope to at least one person. I can be an idol. Oh my, like, I almost cried at the end of Minori 1. I was so touched by this story. Like, oh my god. Okay, first of all, let me like, I'm not even joking. I wish I had read Minori 1 before I went to Japan. I would have bought a Minori plushie for myself. Hold on, by the way, I need to rearrange this, by the way. I'm not joking when I say this. I actually like Minori 1 more than Enno 1. It is so close. Minori 1 actually, I felt hopeful at the end of Minori 1. Maybe it hits a little different for me because I'll be live streaming just like Minori, and you know, I take some L's in the live stream. I felt so much hope at the end of Minori 1. Like, I think this is a little different for me. Like, I think objectively the story, I think Enno 1's better. But for me, I like Minori 1 more. I think Minori 1 it's genuinely, okay, to be honest though, but Minori 1 is like only super relatable to me in my particular scenario because I also happen to be a live streamer. So like this kind of feeling is like a little more relevant for me. I think Enno 1 is more relatable to more people, but holy shit, I felt so hopeful. I felt so inspired. Like, I read Minori 1, I sat there and I went, I'm gonna try a little harder. I literally finished Minori 1 and I told myself, I'm gonna try a little harder. Like, holy shit. I almost cried in Minori 1. Minori 1's so good. But and also Minori 1 gave us the banger Angel's Clover. Like, holy fuck. Like, peak event, card's pretty fucking good. Like, also this like untrained card is like, I think one of the best untrained in the game, by the way. Minori is the definition of the hope. You know the Hope Core song? Like, hold on, let me do this. I'm gonna do something. Hold on, watch it. I'm gonna do /event/story reader event. Hold on, I'm gonna do something crazy right now. Actually, wait, can I find it on YouTube? Hold on. what the fuck is the event called? It's called Hiri Hobojo. Hold on. What I think it's episode 8. It's episode 8. Hold on. Okay. There's music in the background. I can't do it like this. Control F doesn't work on Sekai Reader because Sekai Reader sometimes uses a different translation than what actually is used on EN, so it gets really fucking annoying. Yeah, hold on. Let me just... This is what reading Immunity 1 felt like, bro.
私、アイドルとしてはまだまだだし、はるかちゃんたちの足を引っ張っちゃうかもしれない。でもみんなに心配かけちゃうかもしれない。こんな私でもちゃんと踊りきれたよ。みんなと一緒に前へ進めたよ。だから大丈夫。あなたも絶対にできるよ。これからも私たちと一緒に頑張っていこう。
Genuinely, that's how I felt reading Immunity 1. Like, the Hope Core music in the background, like, I was like, oh my... Yeah, me getting the life, like, the will to live returning after reading Immunity 1. Jesus Christ. A YouTube towards a flashing feels hopeful text. I'm telling you, Immunity 1 changed. How is that not an actual video? Dude, maybe I'll just make it tonight. Maybe I'll make it tonight because I feel so strongly about Immunity 1. If your will to live is like dwindling, go read Immunity 1. And then if that doesn't work, I don't know what to do. But try reading Immunity 1 if you're feeling a little hopeless in life. Immunity 1, peak. So good. So fucking good. Ooh, singing amongst the cherry. Now we're on the next one. Singing among the cherry blossoms. Singing among the cherry blossoms. Okay, singing among the cherry blossoms is essentially a Ichika 0.5. Singing among the cherry blossom. Oh, that's the wrong sound effect. Sorry, I meant to do this. Singing among the cherry blossom. 0.5 Annie. It's essentially Ichika 0.5. Okay. So here's the issue with singing amongst cherry blossoms. Singing amongst, yeah, I think it might be the first Cheerful Carnival too. So what happens in this event? This event starts with Ichika being like, yo, I need to lock in and get better faster. How do I do this? And then Ichika gets the idea from, I can't even fucking remember who. I think it was like Nene. Nene said, go perform in front of people. So Ichika goes and does a street performance. She eats shit because she just gets nervous. And then as she's walking home in defeat after failing her first street performance, she sees Kohane is doing a street performance. And Ichika walks to Kohane like, Kohane, how do you do it? Kohane's like, just lock in, bro. Your friends believe in you. Believe in yourself, dog. If your friends believe in you, why can't you? And Ichika goes, holy shit, you're right. Ichika goes back, does a street performance, pops off, and Ichika thinks to herself, man, performing in front of people is awesome. This is fun. Ichika, on her way home, she's walking home. She goes to a park that has cherry blossoms blooming. She runs into Minori and Kohane. The three of them sing together in the park. In the distance, Kanade is walking home, runs into Tsukasa. Tsukasa goes, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I'm in the way, and then runs off. And Kande's like, damn, that guy was really loud and annoying. Kande hears the sound of Ichika and friends singing, walks over, goes, man, I really like their singing. Walks off, and the rest of the event story is Ichika just saying, Hatsune Miku is my goat. That is genuinely all that happens in singing amongst the cherry blossoms. Honestly, I'm pretty sure this is just one of the event stories where they just wanted to put all the leaders in because it's like the 0.5 Annie. And yeah, it's just literally Ichika being a Yume shipper. It's her being a Yume shipper. I didn't really... Okay, here's the thing. It is kind of honkshu because... yes, it was important that Ichika learned how to street perform. However, the problem of this event story got resolved in like 3 chapters. So the last 4 chapters are just filler nonsense. Like, it wasn't even like Ichika needed like a day to process like, oh, maybe there's something on my back. Oh, it's my earbud. It's like Ichika didn't even have like a state, like, you know, let me think about it overnight about like, my friends believing me. She just like walked back and tried again and got it on the second try. It felt like so not. I was like, okay, and that was it. So it's honestly like Hongshu. Like, read the first 4 chapters and you can skip the rest. It's like, okay. Her inner dialogue is just, Miku's my goat. I love Hatsune Miku. Miku's the best. I love Miku. And that's it. It's just like 8 chapters of that. It's like kind of boring because it's like, I get it. Okay, I get it. Okay, we got a fan favorite now. We got just a secret distance. Okay, hold on. I'm changing to Kirby OST now. All right, we got a little bit of a fan favorite here. We got Secret Distance. So what happens in Secret Distance? Mizuki decides, yeah, okay, not Doll Festival. The doll exhibition, low-key a success. We learn more about Mapiu. Okay, what if we do something else? Mizuki's like, gang, let's go on a mystery tour. I'll organize it. Somehow, Mizuki successfully convinces all the rest of them to go. All right, they're going on this mystery tour that Mizuki organized. What she has organized is some devious shit that literally is just torturing N25. She literally takes them to haunted location. First place they go to, a haunted tunnel in which Kanade accidentally becomes a ghost and jump scares FNAF style and a shit sort of pants. Okay, they go to a second location. It's just haunted. It's just like a haunted abandoned house. Finally, they go to a third location, an abandoned school. And the story behind this abandoned school is it's abandoned and it was supposed to be torn down, but it's not torn down because people keep getting hurt because there was a girl at the school who was a musical prodigy, and then she suddenly died. And the school's been haunted ever since this student suddenly died. Mafiu's like, damn, I'm feeling real suicidal right now because I relate to this girl, and just walks off from the group and disappears. The group is like, holy shit, did Mafiu go to kill herself again? And they all start scrambling to find her. Meanwhile, Mafiu's on a side quest helping a little ghost girl get a fucking shoe down from a tree. Okay, that's literally what happens. Okay, Mafiu's on a side quest helping a ghost girl get a shoe down from a tree. Meanwhile, N25's like, oh my god, where's Mafiu? Where'd she go? Like, oh god, it's like the main story all over again. Where is she? Where is she? And eventually, they find Mafiu, who is just standing at a big cherry blossom tree and just admiring it. And then Kanade and En are like, okay, you know what, let's sit here and admire this tree. It's a nice tree. And Mizuki gets a flashback to middle school. When she was in middle school, Mizuki never was into cherry blossom viewing. She just thinks, she always thought it was like boring, never was good. And we get a little middle school teaser. In middle school, Mizuki was clearly being like, alienated from everyone else, and Mizuki kind of knew she was being alienated, but she said, fuck you, fuck all y'all, I'll just enjoy time by myself, stupid ass pose. Okay, and Mizuki in the present is looking at this cherry blossom tree with the rest of N25, and she realized, like, how come cherry blossom trees actually look good now compared to in middle school? And she realizes, like, oh, it's because I'm with N25, my dear friends. The cherry blossom suddenly look nice to me. And Mizuki starts thinking about, like, oh, in the future I want to do this stuff with N25. But then she gets a sudden realization: in order for me to stay friends with N25 into the future, I gotta tell them my secret. And Mizuki suddenly starts getting real nervous, thinking about telling N25 her secret. Secret. Gee, I fucking wonder. And as Mizuki is very pensively thinking about, oh god, if I tell them my secret, N25 is gonna leave me like others have done in the past, Anna by chance notices Mizuki being hella pensive. And that's how Secret Distance ends, okay? So, How do I feel about Secret Distance? Okay, Secret Distance. Okay, to be honest, actually, not a lot of stuff happens in the event story whatsoever. Oh yeah, they were on the tour because Kanye was in a slump, but low-key, that's like the B plot that doesn't matter. They went on a mystery. Oh yeah, so my bad. They go. The only reason they go on this mystery tour is because Kande's like, guys, I'm having musical writer's block. So Mizuki's like, let's go on an adventure, and the adventure solved Kande's musical writer block. That was it. Yeah. So where do I put Secret Distance? So here's the thing, Secret Distance, low-key, actually, not that much happens. To be honest, like, actually, like, if we're talking about, like, actual events that happen, there isn't actually, like, okay, compare it to MU1. Actually, fuck all happens in Mizuki 1, to be honest. Like, really. What we get from a, like, Mizuki, oh, okay. Mizuki stories are, because this is essentially a Mizuki story. Kamiyama's High Festival is spiritually Mizuki 0.5. Mizuki stories, Mizu 1 is less Mizuki development. Okay, so there's two types of event stories. We either see the character develop further, or we go deeper into the current character. Mizu 1 is not Mizuki's character going forward. It's us as the audience learning more and going deeper into Mizuki. So what we learned from a depth perspective, holy shit, we went to the bottom of Mariana's Trench, at the bottom of the ocean level of like, there is something else going on here with this girl. So Secret Distance in that regard is really good. Like, we learned so much about this character. But in terms of stuff actually happening, actually very little fucking happens. This event's actually hilarious because we just see jump scare. Mafiu goes on a side adventure with a ghost. Like all the random stuff that happens in the event is actually very entertaining, to be honest. I will say though, the first like 6 chapters are like, okay, up until we go to the cherry blossom, the event story is kind of boring, to be honest. Like, if you exclude all the like funny haha N25 stuff, until Mizuki goes to the goddamn cherry blossom trees, it is actually kind of boring. And also this event story is clearly set up for the entire Mizuki arc. Like, some of the event stories, a lot of the event stories are very like self-contained. Like Minori 1, self-contained. What's a good song? Freaking Dollhouse Festival, self-contained. A lot of some event stories, they are setups. Like Enno 1's a setup, Toyo 1's a setup, ID 1 and / MJ 1's a setup. Mizuki 1's another setup. Where do I put this? Here, the only reason I cannot put it up here is because there's 6 chapters of like just kind of fluff, and then the last 3 chapters are just vine boom of like backstory and lore. But the first 5 chapters is like, all right, we're just going on a ghost adventure. We're literally going on we're doing like a YouTube ghost hunting challenge, and then the last 3 episodes are like bam bam bam. So I feel like out of principle I can't put it up here. I have to put it down here. But in terms of down here, it's definitely like, it's definitely not the bottom. I probably put it like, I probably put it above these ones. I probably put it here. It's like definitely top of I had a physical reaction, but it just can't go in and it's gonna become your oishi. Just a lot of nothing going on there. All right, now we have actual Shiho 1, which I realize has almost an identical cover to Twilight Parade. Holy, is Shiho 1 peak, gang? Yo, Shiho stands, you're so lucky because on the surface your character has a bad rep, so nobody tears for your character. Little do they know, your character is like so peak. Shiho 1 is so heat. Okay, what happened to Shiho 1? Shiho 1 is continuing this plot of Shiho deciding, should I stay in Leonid or should I join Standout? Also, my friends don't want to go pro. I want to go pro and they're not serious about it. What the fuck do I do? So, what happens in Shiho 1? Oops, I just fast forward music. That's not what I meant to. Shiho 1, Leonie's still practicing, but without the intention, just like practicing for sake of practicing. Ichika wants Shiho. Ichika wants to improve so that Shiho can get better. Okay. Shiho, this is like very much teetering on the fence still about joining Standout or not. Eventually, Shiho decides, I'm not going to join Standout, and tells Iodi. However, at the live house, for some, you know, Leonid was doing research. The other three of Leonid so happened to overhear Iodi, is it Iodi or Iodi? Iodi, what's Iodi? Iodi and Shiho chatting. And Leonid's like, Shiho, you're leaving us? And Shiho says, even though Shiho told Iodi, no, I'm not gonna join your band. It's E, right? Like the letter E. Okay, it's Iodi. Shiho says, I'll be honest, guys. None of you are serious about being pro. Can any of you tell me that you want to go pro? I want to be pro. None of you thought about it seriously. Like, give me an answer. None of them can give an answer. Shiho walks away. Leonid's like, fuck, what do we do? Leonid spends some time, Leonid minus Shiho, they spend some time thinking, like, should we just break up the band? Like, Shiho's right. Like, we never considered going pro. Like, we just been doing this for shits and giggles. Shiho's been locked the fuck in. What are we doing? And the three of them, they sit with their feelings for a bit, and they decide, no, I want us to stay together. And if that means for us to go pro, so be it. We're going pro. It's the day of Standout's debut show. Shiho is at the event, presumably to play with them. Leonid go, and they tell Shiho, we want you. We want to go pro with you. We will do anything. And Iodi says, you'll do anything? Play live as our opening act. Leonid, be our opening act. Mind you, Leonid has never performed publicly a single time. Okay, they've never performed publicly. And they said, okay, we'll do it. Shiho is so nervous because Shiho knows what it's like performing an event live in front of people, and this is a massive event. Leon and the other three girls have no fucking clue what they're getting themselves into. They start performing, and they start falling apart mid-performance. The audience is not having it, and they're like, oh god, what do we do? Ichika, she goes... Ichika becomes her, carries the group. Saki, Honami, see what Ichika are doing? They're like, I can't let this happen. They both dial in. Leonid's performance goes amazingly. Shiho is like, I can finally see how serious you guys are. I'm staying in Leonid. I love you guys. I love my friend. Poly Leonid is real. And Leonid decided they're gonna go pro together, and that is like literally the start of like the Leonid arc. Yeah, like each gonna use her ult. Holy fuck! Resonating with you is so insanely good. It is so insanely good, and I read the side card stories for Resonating with You. Resonating with You for the first time in like a very long time. Because I'm literally reading all the card side stories, in which the card side stories actually add so much to the event. I think Mizu 5 is like another good example of like card side stories that genuinely add like to the event instead of just being like fun filler. I actually think if you are like, I think I might read Resonating with You. Actually read all the card side stories with it. Like the card side stories actually add onto the event and make it fucking better. It is unbelievably so, like, Resonating with You is so good. It's the start of the real Leonid plot. We have interpersonal conflict. We have intrapersonal conflict. We have an emotional resolution. The characters earned it. Peak on peak on peak on peak on peak. And what song is this? Is this one? We got one for, well, hold on. And we also got the goated song 1 too, by the way. Such a goated song. Literally I would argue one of the best fucking Leonid comms of all time. Up there with like Regulus and Peaky Peaky. We got one so heat. Like honestly, I don't know what they were cooking with Shiho for the first Annie. They just going crazy. Yeah, we have like the Mew side plot that's like parallel to it's like supposed to be like kind of a parallel to like Ichika and whatnot, but like for the sake of keeping the summary short, yeah. Holy shit, Resident Evil is so good. I think it's actually, I think Resonating With You is better than Twilight Parade because holy shit, I just feel like Resonating With You has so much, it feels like such a good story because so much fucking happens. Like, Leonid sits there and they're like, what do we do? And each of the three girls, they sit there and they decide for their own reasons why they want to come. It's just so heat. And it's so important to the story. And okay, the other thing is one last thing I'm gonna say about Resonating With You. There's one part of Resonating With You that I actually really like. There's a part in the story when Leonid is playing on stage, they're rocking their heart out, and I can't, maybe it's not this part, but Iori said, no, it's at the end, after Leonid has finished performing, and Shiho's telling them tearfully, yeah, let's go pro together, Iori says some shit like, oh, you're so lucky, you are so lucky, Shiho, because you have friends who are willing to go this far for your dreams. And I thought that was such a touching like observation. It's like, holy shit, the friendship of these girls is so close that like, yeah, like how lucky are you that like how lucky is Shiho to have friends who are willing, who want to so badly stay together, they are willing to chase your dream with you. Like, oh, I thought that was such a touching friendship moment, my god. But Resonating With You, oh, so peak, so peak. With a title, summon them, just with live stream. All right, what do we got next? Oh, we got. Oh, it's time. It's time for the dog to come out. We got Akito 1. Stray Bad Dog. Okay, I just want to say I think the name of this event is so cheesy. I just feel like I hate the bad dog. It's just so cheesy, but like, okay, first of all, still my favorite commission song in the entire game. Crash the Party is amazing, but it will never beat Cinema. Cinema is truly that song. Like nothing will beat Cinema in my heart. Cinema is like actually like one of my like actually it's probably one of my favorite songs of all time. It is that good of a fucking song. Cinema is cinema. So what happened to Stray Bad Dogs? All right, BBS is performing. They're out here. Word on the street is there's a new guy out there. What is his fucking name? I wish there's too many. Hold on, let me get the character's name. There's a new kid on the Vivid Bad Street. Okay, his name. It's not Tota. Who the fuck is it? It's Arata. Arata, new kid on the block who's making waves on the Vivid Street, and this kid saying, I'm gonna surpass Rad Weekend. Obviously, Akito's like, we gotta see who this is. Akito scouts out this Arata guy with Toya. And Arata and Akito, they start talking. And Arata has actually seen BBS perform. And let me tell you, after Arata gave his opinion about BBS's performance, and specifically, you know, start talking about each of the BBS members' skills, this is what Akito and Arata's conversation turned into. Okay, and I feel like all of you know who's who in this interaction, okay? Okay, Akito is mad. Bro is so mad. He is actually getting arrangement, and Arata just like, okay. Arata is just like, Akito is so mad. He's getting rage baited like nobody's business, to the point that Akito says, like he's a Disney high school bully, let's have a rap battle right now. Okay, and so they have a rap battle, and they get rolled. They get fucking cooked. Like, Arata literally, like, okay. Like, it's literally the meme of, like Akito got rage baited so hard, he didn't realize he was literally walking into one of these fucking things, okay? This is like the Anata literally was like, all right, let me rage bait him. Rage bait him. This was the fucking trap that Akito walked into. And he got cooked in the rap battle. Like, it was so obvious. Like, I was like, what is bro doing? He got cooked. He walked into the rap battle. He got cooked. Akito, the ideal room. Akito starts spiraling. He is tweaking like it's no, like he just starts tweaking out, and he's like literally, like this image actually the very, like, he is actually tweaking so hard that he lost the epic rap battle history. And so he starts saying, he goes up to VBS and he tells them, guys, I'm gonna start doing solo performances because I need to lock in. And they're like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah. Meanwhile, his boyfriend Toya is like, oh my god, I don't really like where this is going. And An's like, okay, I also agree, Toya. I don't like where this is going with Akito, but let's be for real. We are not, like, this guy is too stubborn. We're not gonna be able to do shit. By the way, very true. An is right. He punched a wall in this car. Are you serious? Fact checked, fact checked. Yeah, by the way, at this point in the story, Enna and Akito are truly just gender bent versions of each other. Like the Shinonome genetics are so strong in these two. Did he actually punch the wall? I thought he just crushed a can. Wait, did he actually punch the wall? Is there like a sound effect? Where did he punch the wall? Is there like a... No, I thought he just crushed the can because he's angsty and a teenage boy. During the story, I'll fact check that when I make the summary video. There's a sound effect. Okay, I'll fact check that later. Yeah, rage baiting father turns into two angsty, angry children. Who fucking knew? Okay, so Akito's back to the plot. Akito is now doing solo events. He is overworking himself like crazy, and at this point, Toya is concerned he is going to collapse and die. And VBS are like, why is bro doing this to himself? And Toya's like, I think he might, it's probably because Adata cooked us. And then, as VBS is thinking, what the hell do we do? This guy's too stubborn. He's going to collapse and die. Do y'all remember? Do y'all remember Mita? He finally has a name, and he returns to the story with plot relevance. Mita spawns, and he informs VBS, hey, I think Akito, he's performing right now. Something seems off about bro. He seems like his old self. And then we get a little backstory where Mita explains that Akito pretty much always has this fucking chip on his shoulder. Surprise, Shinanome's. He's always had this chip on his shoulder. And he's literally been overworking himself since the dawn of time. And Toya's like, oh god, he's doing this again. We gotta stop him. Meanwhile, Akita and Adata are having another rap battle. They're having another rap battle because Adata crashed the event. Crashed the party. He crashed a party, okay? And Akito gets steamrolled once again. Akito loses the battle once again, and now Akito is super angry. He's super tweaking out. Suddenly, VBS spawn, and they're like, we're gonna perform as 4. Akito, stop being a stupid old stubborn man. Perform with all of us. VBS perform as 4, and they actually are on par with Odata. They can go toe to toe with Odata as performing as 4. They call it a draw, and Odata's like, maybe it's 4 you got something. But you, Akito, you need to lock in better. And Akito apologized to VBS for being a stubborn old dude. And that's the end of the story. So, what do I think about Stray Bad Dogs? Okay, first of all, Adata, holy shit, finally, I think, okay, out of all, like, the antagonist characters we have gotten, like, there's, holy shit, Seiyuden? How do you spell her fucking name? Seiyuden? Fucking kill me. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, between her and Adata, and okay, so there's like kind of like antagonist characters. There's Sakurako, there's kind of Mita, there's Adata, Idori is like kind of an antagonist, there's Mai, And then who else? Like, and I guess the Shinonome dad. Like, those are low-key the antagonists. Anata's the best fucking also the Otoni brothers. Yeah, she's like, but like they're ops. Essentially, yeah, they're ops. That's the only way to put it. Okay, like they just like kind of a NPC who's like kind of pushing the plot. Anata is the best ones. Okay, Anata is the best op ever. Well, Mafumam doesn't have a character model at this point, so she doesn't really count as much. Anata is the best op for Akito. I think, dude, you don't understand. I remember reading this on the treadmill, and when Anata started rage baiting Akito, and dude, Anata just says stuff. He doesn't hold anything back. I'm on the treadmill, and I'm like drenched in sweat because I'm walking at like an incline, and I'm like, no more PG-friendly dialogue. Okay, people, we shots fired in the Walmart. Finally, we got like a proper like antagonist whose only goal is to be an asshole. Because all the other antagonists, like Toya's dad or Mafuma or the Shinonome dad, they kind of are like, you know, they're not trying to be like asshole on purpose. They have like their own motives. Do you know what I mean? That's just like an asshole to be an asshole, and I fucking love it. Like, you know, it's like every once in a while you just need a character who chooses a meanie to be a meanie, and that's Anata, and I love him. And his backstory is pretty good. Like, he's like, oh yeah, I had a partner, and then he got a car accident, and he got paralyzed, so now I'm solo, and I'm surpassing Rad Weekend on behalf of my partner. And I went, oh my god, it's a good backstory. I like it. Yeah, mine isn't even tagged, but you know, it's like kind of like an NPC third party. I loved Anata's backstory. I feel like, yeah, we'll never get that interaction. Anata was, I think it's just awesome. Yeah, he just lore dropped too randomly. I just think it's great we finally had like an antagonist who's just being like an asshole, be an asshole. And like, here's the difference between Anata and Sakurako. Sakurako is like I feel like she's a little more prideful about herself. But okay, also, you know why? It's because the way Wonder Woman Next Showtime reacts to her versus the way Akito reacts to Anata, though. Okay, Akito is just so easy to rage bait, so it's fucking awesome to listen to them. Like, it's just so fucking great. Like, it's like, oh, this is getting heated. However, I will say, as much as I am Akito, Oishi, Kini person here, Shinonome, I'm the third Shinonome, I like to believe. I thought the, like, last few chapters of the story were kind of weird. Like, I thought Toya was being a little stupid, to be honest, to not, like, put the fucking pieces together. Like, the backstory that Mita gave, where it's like, oh, Toya, you should know that, like, back then, Akito was, like, always practicing. I just thought it was like a weird, it was like, it just felt kind of weird and off, and like I just felt like Toya's like, dude, can you like use your brain, come on Toya, connect those neurons, baby, connect those neurons. It's pretty obvious why Akito's acting the way he is. I just thought it was like a little like Toya's two-head moment that he couldn't figure out why Akito was tweaking out. Like, Anna and Kohane get a pass. Okay, Anna and Kohane get a pass because they have like very little context. They weren't there for the first battle. They didn't know Akito in the past, so he gets the girls get a pass. Toya's being a little bit like he's doing the dropping the bread thing. Like, bro, what are you doing here? So I think the story really suffers because Toya takes too damn long to figure out what's going on. So I will say it's at the bottom of I had a physical oh my god, it's at the bottom of I had a physical reaction purely because I loved watching Akito get rage baited. That was so fun to watch. Oh my god, it was so good. But yeah, it's definitely, you know, I take it back. I feel like I take it back. It's going and I was entertained because low-key the last 3 chapters of this event story were kind of flops. I take it back. Like, I had a physical reaction, but like Toya at the end, I was just like, what do you mean you need Mita's help to figure it out, bro? Like, what are you stupid? Are you dumb? Like, so I feel like I'm putting in I was entertained Like, I'm taking my Akito bias out because I'm just like, bro, like, how could you, like, come on, Toya, lock in, bro. All right. Next we have Mizu N01. That's what I'm calling this. I'm calling this Mizu N01 because it's equally for both of them, it's equally their focus event. All right, we got Mizu N01. Probably one of the, it's definitely, I don't know if it's like, it might be, is it the, hold on. Probably the second best non-sibling mixed event story in the first Annie. This event's so good. What happened to Mizu N01? Anna is like, bro, Mizuki is dead. Something's up with Mizuki. She's acting weird. How am I gonna figure this out? By pure chance, Adi calls up Anna, hey girl, let's hang out, it's been a while. And so, also my friend Shizuku wants to meet you. Anna, Adi, Shizuku, they go hang out. And it reveals to the two MMJ girls, like, okay, my friend Mizuki, she's hiding something from me. I can't figure out what, though. Shizuku suggests, maybe it's easier for Mizuki to talk to us, because we're not close to her, than you. And it's like, okay, that's a good idea. What should we do? Adi, let's go on a picnic to the woods. Anna very persistently gets Mizuki to go. All right? They go on a picnic. They're having a great old time at the picnic. They're having fun. At one point, Airi and Mizuki go off together to like walk on a trail, and Airi, trying to get Mizuki to open up, Airi opens up about how her and Anna became friends, and it's kind of like, oh, they were in the same class in middle school. People are shit talking Airi because she's on variety shows, and Anna told everyone, stop fucking talking about Airi on variety shows, you hoes, you back talking gossiping bitches. And then they became friends. And Mizuki's like, yeah, I really like that part about Anna where she just kind of says stuff. And Adi says, yeah, so if something's bothering you, talk to Anna, your friend. Meanwhile, Anna and Shizuku are just having a little stroll, and these two really annoying ass fans come up to Shizuku demanding a picture from Shizuku. And so Anna goes, can you guys fuck off and let her enjoy her free time? No is no. Get the hell out of here. Okay, fuck off. And then it stands up to these two annoying ass fans. Eventually, the four meet up and they decide to go on a walk in the woods together. They go on a walk in the woods, and for some reason they let Shizuku lead. Shizuku gets them lost in the woods. Airi and Anna fall into a hole. It starts raining. Disaster. They're not, Mizuki and Shizuku could not get Adi and Anna out of the hole. Disaster is happening. Mizuki's like, stay here, Shizuku, I'm gonna go look for help. Mizuki runs down the trail, falls down, and has this moment where she's like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, why am I in the woods all muddy? No, I need to get help to save Anna and Adi. Meanwhile, the B plot of this event is Nene wants to get better cardio, so Rui takes Nene to the woods where they happen to be and makes her go jogging with chainmail on. And Mizuki happens to run into the two of them while they're on a rest break, and Mizuki's like, Rui, you got some gadgets that can save the day? And Rui's like, lucky for you, I have life-saving gadgets. Rui and Nene, Mizuki, go back to the other three. Was a rope in his backpack and a makeshift rope Shizuku made. They pulled the two girls out, and they lived another day. And the event story ends with Mizuki thinking, you know, I'm glad I locked in and saved my friends. I hope I can stay friends with them. Oh god, I have to tell them my secret. Meanwhile, Anna finally resolves to herself, I do not want to see Mizuki make that sad face she made during Mizu 1. I am going to be the bestest friend of all time because Mizuki's my dear friend. And that's how Picnic 1 ends. Picnic 1's pretty good. The B plot of Picnic 1's fucking hilarious. It's literally doing Nene shenanigans plus hiking plus chainmail. It's pretty fucking awesome. I thought this was a really good mixed event. I feel like a lot of mixed events are just like oh, we just want two random characters to interact and for fun interactions. I felt like all the interactions in this event story had a purpose and made sense. Like, I really enjoyed the Shizuku Enna like interaction. I really liked the Adi Mizuki date. I really like this is a good event story. You explain the B plot like an L plus ratio comment. That's essentially what it is. I think the climax of the event story where, like, first of all, yeah, it's also hilarious, the untrained Adi card where Enna's just crying like a little baby in the background. This event story is good. One, we get backstory on Adi and Enna, how they became friends. Mizuki, we get to see Mizuki like kind of push aside her like conflicting feelings in order to like save the day. And like it kind of shows that like even though obviously this secret is burdening Mizuki's brain heavily, she knows like some things are more important, and like I care about my friends, I need to save them. So that was great to see. It also we get to see like Adi like indomitable human spirit. Love that shit. And the ending of this event story is great because Enna like finally saying verbatim, this Mizu Enna is real, I'm going to save Mizuki. Awesome event story. Literally, yeah, awesome lesbian couples versus evil intimidating whole. I would put this at 5th degree action. I thought this was a great mixed event story. I also thought the shenanigans in the event story were pretty fun too. Like the Dewey Nenne's B plot was really funny, and it did serve a purpose. They needed more rope to pull the two girls to the hole. If Dewey wasn't there, they couldn't do it. So it actually made sense. Also, I do like this, like the Dewey interaction. Dewey being there also serves a purpose that he observes how Mizuki acts around others, and I feel like that shit's gonna be important later on. So you know, Picnic one was pretty good, bruv. Guys, I'm making great pace. I'm 2 hours in. We got 14. I feel like I'm doing awesome here. You deserve it. Break time. Haru-1. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Haruka Kiritani fans, that your GOAT first focus event was so shit. I am so sorry for them. If you are a Haruka stan, I feel like you're owed compensation. Like genuinely, if you're a Haruka Kiritani stan, I feel like you're owed compensation for how terrible this first event story was. This event story is, I'm not fucking joking. I'll tell you the summary right now. We see how much Haruka is a hard worker. Okay, she exercises 2-3 hours a day at the end of the night. She does her homework. She's constantly coming up with stream ideas. She's like stretching 2 hours a night. She wakes up at 6 a.m. to run a 10K, all while being having good grades. Okay, this girl, she's literally doing it all. And Shizuku's like, oh god, I think Haruka's overworking herself, man. I'm kind of concerned. Adi, don't be, she's fine, dude, she's fine, just let her fucking be, dude. Like, why are you freaking out? Like, Shizuku, what are you fucking tweaking about? Haruka's fine, chill. Shizuku decided, all right, fuck it, girls' day out, let's hang out. MMJ have a girls' day out, and Shizuku has all these things planned, all these ideas on how to get Haruka to relax, but Shizuku, being the lovable airhead she is, keeps fucking up in such ways that Haruka has to bail Shizuku out, and Shizuku just feels so bad that Haruka cannot fucking relax. And then Shizuku finally begs on her hands and knees, can you relax, Haruka? And Haruka says, oh, I actually just don't know how. I just don't know how to do it. I just don't know how to do it. I just don't know how. And so Shizuku's response is, you should just do stuff you enjoy. And so then Haruka says, let's go to a penguin cafe. Haruka geeks out at a penguin cafe, and that's the end of the event story. Duh, bro. That genuinely, it's such a whatever event story. It's so like it's Hongshu. It's not filler. Okay, it's borderline filler. I'm putting it down here. It's like almost filler, bro. It is so Hongshu. I did not like this event story. Why did I not like this event story? You're like, because I feel like it was okay. I feel like it was such a strange cop-out that Haruka was like, I don't know how to relax. And the response was, do something you enjoy? Like, that interaction did not make sense to me. Okay, because here's what happens in episode 7. Episode 7, Shizuku and Haruka kind of like a heart-to-heart talking about this. And Shizuku is like, can you fucking relax, please? Haruka, can you relax and take a chill pill? And Haruka's like, I don't know how to take a chill pill because I just love being idle so much. So this, like, working this hard is fun for me. And Shizuku's like, oh, I'm so sorry for assuming you were overworking yourself and you weren't enjoying it. My bad. And Haruka says, I really wish I could relax, though. I don't really know how to relax. I've never relaxed once in my entire fucking life. I've never doom scrolled once in my life. Shizuku, I know how to relax. Let's just do something you enjoy. That interaction makes no sense to me because Haruka literally just said she loves working herself to death because she genuinely loves being an idol. So what do you mean the response to how should I relax be do something you enjoy? She just said she's doing the shit every day she likes to enjoy. Does that make any fucking... Do you get what I'm saying? Like honestly, the question Haruka is proposing to Shizuku saying, how do I relax, is kind of a valid question. Like, I don't know how to relax. Like, I've just been a busy bee my entire life. But the response to how do I relax being do something you enjoy, when Haruka literally just said, I love working myself to death because I genuinely love being an idol. Loving being an idol and work yourself to death is something you enjoy. So why is the response to how do I... It's like a weird paradox that makes no sense. Like, I just thought that was such a terrible response from Shizuku. What she should have said, I don't know, but do something you enjoy is just felt like such a bleh answer to me. Yeah, it's just not like, here's the thing. The story, no, I agree with you that the message makes sense. Even if you love something to death, you need a break from it. But the way it's written, it's just so... Because saying, it just doesn't make sense. My passion is working hard as an idol. Passion implies enjoyment. So if you're trying to relax, saying do something you enjoy is like such a shitty response. Like, I feel like yeah, what should I eat? I love eating poison. You should eat what you love. Okay, like, exactly. It's like, oh fuck, I feel like there must have been a better way to write Haruka, you need better work-life balance than that conversation. Like, here's the thing, episode 8 is awesome because Haruka genuinely finally gets to fucking relax in the Penguin Cafe, but I just don't understand. Here's the thing, if this story would have moved up a whole other tier from Hongshu to I Was Entertained, if Shizuku was the one, if Haruka had asked Shizuku, how do I relax? And Shizuku said, I have an idea. Let's go to this Penguin Cafe I know about. This event story genuinely would have been I Was Entertained. 100%. Because it just makes, like... Because it makes more sense for Haruka to be so lost in the sauce of being an idol, she doesn't even know what non-idol enjoyment activities are. But the fact that she already knew one, and she didn't even fucking suggest that, like, guys, today, can we go to a Penguin Cafe on our day off, is just so bonkers to me. Like, if you're Haruka Kiritani, and even if you're, like, trying to content farm, bro, a Penguin Cafe is, like, the best content farm of all time. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, oh... Like, if Shizuku, if Haruka never knew about the Penguin Cafe, and Shizuku was the one to be like, let's go to a Penguin Cafe, at the end of their conversation, this event story would have been like a million times better. I really hope other Haruka events better. This is such a weak start. It's such a weak start. What do we got next? Okay, this event story is a mixed event story that only exists to sell you wedding card gacha. Okay, this event story only exists to sell the wedding card mail gotcha. That's all this event exists for. What happens in Ode for a Pure Heart? Tsukasa has a secret side hustle. He works at a temp agency as an extra so he can get more acting experience. One day, while the bad dog's practicing in the park, Toya gets a phone call from Saki. POV, I'm Saki. Toya, I need you to be an extra for a wedding because Tsukasa was supposed to do it, but he currently has a stomach flu and he's trying to leave the house and I don't want him to shit his pants in public. Can you please do it? Toya. I owe Tsukasa everything. I'll do it. I'll be there right this instant, Saki. Akito. We're going to a wedding? Okay, the only thing I'll give this event is I really like the way episode 1 of this event story is, because episode 1 of the event story starts with Akito and Toya at the wedding, and Akito, and then it's like, the flashback is like, you're probably wondering how I got here, and then it flashbacks to the phone call. That's the only part of the event story I like. It literally starts like the start of Megamind, where it's like, why is Aki Toya at a wedding menu? You're probably wondering how I got here. That's the only part of the event story I fucking like. The only part. Let me tell you the rest of the plot. All right, Toya goes to a wedding as an extra. Akito is like off, like Akito goes with him, by the way, but Akito's like, okay, have fun, dude, and he goes around the corner to vape for like 3 hours. Okay, vape and listen to like French Quebecois rap. Toya's getting ready to be an extra for this wedding, but for some reason the director of this wedding, the event is a flash mob, and the director of the flash mob got into a car accident. His car got fucking rear-ended, so he can't show up. Suddenly, Dewey spawns. Dewey appears, and he's like, "Yo, Toya, what's the 911? You called like he's fucking Kim Possible. What's the sitch?" Okay, Toya explains the sitch. He's like, "Okay, we were supposed to do a flash mob, but the director's gone, so we're about to cancel." And Dewey's like, I'm a director. So Dewey decides to start directing. He reads the script and he goes, "Trash, new script. We're gonna do a thing where you and 2 other guys are gonna fake propose to the bride, Toya, right when the groom is supposed to say I do, and it's gonna be a really funny bit." And so while Dewey's directing, at one point there's like a dancing segment, and the one of the extras who's a dance lead like just fucking leaves the venue because he's just being a piss baby. And so Dewey's like, where the fuck are we gonna find someone to lead the dancing? So Akito is mind you, Akito's still out here behind the fucking wedding venue, just like vaping and like doom scrolling on Instagram reels for 3 hours. Toya's like, Akito, can you be the dance team leader? What? Fuck no. Dewey shows up and he's like, so you're not gonna do it, Akito? You little piss baby, you little piss baby. Wait, you can't do it. And Akito and Dewey just start beefing each other like macho men ego, like who's got the like macho men fucking annoying like ego battle. Like rage, once again, Akito's getting rage baited. Akito agrees to be the dance lead. For some reason, An shows up and also joins the dance team. They do the wedding thing. It goes off well. And they go viral on Instagram. They go viral on TikTok because someone filmed the flash mob and they went viral. That is... Yeah, and then An just like fucking starts being part of this. That is the entire event. Genuinely. It's filler schlop. It's kind of, it's literally filler schlop. You absolutely can skip this. There is nothing of value. I'm only putting it, I'm gonna put it below Doll Festival of Tenmas. It's a little better than okay, it's going below Doll Festival of Tenmas because at least Doll Festival of Tenmas had backstory. The only good part of the event is watching Nui and Akito beef with each other. That shit was awesome. Watching Nui and Akito just like argue was kind of awesome. That's the only, yeah, literally cat like cat fight. That was the only good thing that was there. Other than that, it's like just skip. Just skip it. All right, next we have is Casa 1 slash Sukasa 1 slash Wonderland X Showtime 1, because this is not really Sukasa, because this is Wonderland X Showtime event. First of all, this event gave us one of the best comms of all time, Tondemo's Wonders hit banger. That shit went platinum in this room. However, okay, this event story, okay, I'm gonna try and do my best to summarize it in as little sense as possible. This event story, yo, so much happens in this event story. This event story, God, like, I'm not joking. Like, out of all of the ones I watched, this one was literally the longest by duration. Like, this one is a nuclear bomb of shit happening in this event story. All right. Wonderland X Showtime from MU1 continuation. They've learned about the Sanrio partnership with the park and how half the rides are gonna get torn down. And so they're like, fuck, what are we gonna do? Dewey comes up with this wacky idea to do an epic show that will get the park saved, but in order for his show to happen, he needs like all of the staff and all of the theater troops in the park to participate. So Wonderland X Showtime start going around the park like door-to-door Mormons, asking if they would like to go to church this Sunday, being like, can you be part of our show? Everyone says, what the fuck? No, we cannot do this. We're not gonna do this. Until they go to Sakurako. They go to the Phoenix group troops, the big one. And they go to Sakurako and they make a case with her, and she's like, you know what? I'll do it. I'll do it. And I'll convince the rest of the park to get in. Okay? And then, of course, because she's convinced like pretty much the entire park to participate. Sukasa gives a rousing speech to rally the troops and be like, guys, we gotta save the park. Please do our show. It's now or never. Amen. Everyone in the park applauds. They organize a show to be on the day that the Otori brothers and the CEO of Sanrio, John Sanrio, the CEO of Sanrio, happens to be at the park that day. All right, the Otori brothers and John Sanrio are at the park that day. Wonderland X Showtime does their Omega show. It is truly an Omega show. It is fucking like the entire park is part of the show. The show is so out of this world. At one point, the virtual singers dox themselves and they appear as giant holograms in the park as part of the show. Obviously, because giant holograms of Hatsune Miku and gang appeared, people uploaded videos and it went viral, and pre-sale tickets for Phoenix Wonderland are sold out for months ahead. And the freaking deal is, and John Sanrio says, let's change our deal. I don't want to change this park anymore. We'll still do a deal, but we'll change it up a bit. Wonderland's X Showtime has saved the park because John Sanrio no longer wants to just make this place Sanrio Land. And Wonderland's X Showtime becomes ambassadors of the park, whose goal is to promote the park outside. And they are now a traveling circus group, Cirque du Soleil style. Can someone fact check me? Did I get everything? So much happened in this event story. Did I get it all? I think I got it all, right? Like, genuinely, like, so, like, this is, like, probably the long, like, objectively, this is the, like, if you take the YouTube video sums and you add up, this is the longest event story. So much happens here. I almost cried at the end of this. I wasn't as close to crying to the end of this one as I was with Mino 1, but this shit touched my heart. I was so touched, okay? I thought it was so heartwarming. Like, this actually felt like a Disney movie. Okay, you know what this feels like? You ever watch Halloween Town, the OG? Like, I felt like I watched like a Disney movie that was actually touching, and I genuinely was like, dude, they saved the fucking park. This is awesome. I love it. Yeah, and they give up winning the promotional show to do this too. Yeah, see, there's too much that happens in the event story. The Phoenix Wonderland is a friendly man along the way. Exactly. None of the people think I thought about. Yeah, I'm telling you, the giant sake virtual singers thing is insane to me that they just use magic to win. Okay, this is a really touching story. It is touching in like the Disney sort of way, like it's kind of, you know where it's going, but it still touches your heart either way. I really enjoyed this, but this is not a Tsukasa focus event in the slightest. This is one, if anything, Nui is actually the savior of this event. Like, Nui is the one who locked the fucking and saves the event. Yeah, like this is this was a good event. This is definitely, I had a physical react because I almost cried. Hold on, we need to make more. Oh shit, hold on. Let's ungroup this. We need to make more room in the thingies. Okay, and then I do this. Oh shit, let me, hold on. I need to make more room. Just like, oh god, we have to I need to rearrange this. Hold on, I need to rearrange this. Wait. Fuck. Okay, I put this like here. We got more room. Okay. This definitely goes in the I had a physical reaction. Okay. Control shift, Control L. Oh no, Control shift L. Okay, I fucking know. This was definitely good. I don't remember how Kaito was relevant. Well, all the virtual singers were relevant. Oh no, Kaito was relevant in this event story because he was the one who organized all the virtual singers in the Wonderland Seikai to be like, guys, here's what we're gonna do when we're gonna be giant holograms. Yep. It's Crystal Shards music. I don't know. We're listening to a Nintendo random mix right now. Kirby music. This event is good though, and it gave Tournament Wonders. Also, it's like so important to the Wonderland's X Showtime story. Like the show theater contest was a pretty good like plot arc, but them being ambassadors is a much more interesting plot arc. So I really thank Casa One for existing, for, you know, just us getting out of, oh, it's a contest. Wasn't a rain, bro. A bunch. They used magic, bro. They used magic. That's all I'm gonna say. They used magic to make giant holograms. Cheating. All right. Next, we are on to Kana 1 Carnation Recollection, which is ironically enough, like the shortest event story after the longest event story, which was Wonderland Magical Showtime. Kana 1 is actually a very sweet story. Kana 1 is Kanade is like walking home for, okay, let me see if I got this right. Kanade is like walking home after visiting her dad in the hospital and runs into Mizuki because it's raining, and Mizuki's like, bro, you have no umbrella, you're getting wet. And so they decide to have like a girls' afternoon walking around, and Kanade starts opening up about how, I'm trying to remember, why the fuck did they try and look for the flowers? Hold on, I'm checking my notes. I'm trying to remember, why did they start looking for the flowers in the first place? Oh god, I don't have notes for this. Okay, regardless, Kanade opens up about her memory about like, oh, you know what? Like, I have this memory of my mom, my dead mom, and me and my dad when I was a kid at like this flower garden around a bunch of carnation flowers, which was my mom's favorite. I kind of want to find it again. And Mizuki's like, let's go find that shit. We're gonna go find it. And so Kanade and Mizuki go on an adventure around Shibuya, going to a bunch of parks, looking for this flower patch. And as they're looking for the flower patch, Kanade starts thinking about memories of herself, her dead mom, and her dad. And eventually, they find the flower patch, and Kanade just starts crying. She is so overwhelmed with emotions after seeing this patch of carnation flowers that she visited with her family in her childhood. She just starts crying her fucking eyes out. And Mizuki starts crying too, and they're both just crying. And Mizuki's like, I'm so sorry I made you sad. And Kanade's like, no, I feel really sad, but I'm really happy that I finally faced these feelings and remembered. Like, Kanade's like, oh, even though these feelings are like, these memories are causing me a lot of sadness, I'm more happy that I got to face the feelings and remember such nice memories again. And that's pretty much the entire event story. It genuinely, I think the conversation Kanade and Mizuki have at the end of in like chapter 8 when they're both just crying, I think that was like low-key top 3 most heartfelt conversations I've read so far. It felt so real. It felt so real, and like, I don't know, it felt very human. Like them. Y'all ever watch BoJack Horseman? Do we have any BoJack Horseman watchers in this chat? If anyone watched BoJack Horseman, there's like every once in a while that show will drop like an episode. Thank you, Kay. Okay, perfect. You'll know that in BoJack Horseman, every once in a while there'll be an episode that drops like such a heavy human heart-to-heart conversation. You go, oh fuck, that's what episode 8 of Carnation's Recollection felt like. Like the conversation Mizuki and Anna had, I felt like this is the most, it felt so human. That's the best way to describe it. It felt like such a like, not human as in like, oh, this is realistic, but the way they're approaching and describing their feelings is like, this is what it means to be like a human who goes through loss and grief and share that with someone else. It's generally so touching. Yeah, you know what's good when I bring BoJack Horseman. Yeah, exactly. I brought it up in the fucking essay too. Like Carnation Recollection, I described it like this a few weeks ago on stream. All right, this is a line of like in the middle average event story. It's like this. It's pretty good. It's like teetering above the line. And then episode 8 is like, oh, it just goes to the fucking moon. Like Nvidia stocks like that, like, oh my god. And if you're like, oh shit, maybe I should read Carnation Recollection. No, don't read it, watch it. You need to watch it and you need to see the fucking emotions on the character model's face and the voice acting. You don't have to, maybe watch it 2 times speed if you got attention span issues like me, but don't read it. You need to watch it. You need to see the way the lines are delivered and the facial expressions they make. It's so touching. I fucking love this event story. I actually am putting it up here. I'm not just like, I'm putting it up here because like the event story itself is pretty good and we get so much Kande backstory lore. That's so important too. Like the rest of the event story is good, but my god, that ending is so unbelievable. Like that event story is like one of the most touching conversations in this game. So I'm putting it up here. It's going up here. It's going up here. It's so heat. What do we got next? Unnamed Harmonies. Unnamed Harmonies Saki 2 is essentially Leonid is going pro and they decide we need to write music together. We need OG music. And so Saki has taken it upon herself because she feels like she is the worst instrumentalist amongst the band. She's like, okay, I'm gonna contribute by writing songs. So Saki starts going sicko mode. She starts writing songs like crazy. And she ends up writing a song, but all Leonid are like, I feel like this isn't it. So Saki goes back to the drawing board and Saki gets real deep in the trenches, trying to write a better song to the point that, you know, the rest of Leonid's concerned she's gonna overwork herself. And Saki is just at musical writer's blocks, just like Kanade in Secret Distance. Like, she's like, what the fuck do I write? Like, I just cannot make a song that sounds like Leonid. And then Saki realizes, oh, I need to write a song that expresses how I feel. And she writes a banger. Leonid loves it. And Ichika's like, I'm gonna write lyrics for this song. To be honest, I felt like more happened in Unnamed Harmony, but when I say it like that, low-key not that much happened in Unnamed Harmony. Unnamed Harmony was kind of nice. I think it was very I think it's very commendable that Saki was like, oh, I don't want to be like, I don't want to be dead weight in the group, so I'm gonna lock in and write the music. So I also thought it was a very good role to give her in the group. It also kind of makes a lot of sense. If you're like the pianist, it kind of makes sense that you're like the songwriter. I don't know shit about music, but it kind of makes sense. Yeah, and then Leonid respawn. But like I said, the virtual singers 90% of the time they're fucking useless. 90% of the time, virtual singers in the event stories are useless. Okay, they're most of the time so useless. I think the Leonid ones are up there in the uselessness. I think like the N25 ones are some of the more useful ones. Leonid virtual singers are low-key so useless, bruh. Yeah, read the event stories. They're actually kind of fun, but it's quite a big time commitment. I'll say that much. I think I was entertained. Like, I don't hate it, but okay, I'll put it like this. I'm glad I read Unnamed Harmony. Would I reread it? No. I feel like it progresses the plot nicely, but nothing ever surprises you. And it's very unoffensive. It's just like, yeah, that was an episode of anime that I'll never watch again, but I'm glad I watched it, and maybe I'll remember it. It's just there. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I was entertained. It passed 20 minutes on the treadmill when I probably read it. All right, what we got next? We have Kohane 1, Beat Nibbler, Awakening Beat. What happens here? Holy shit, I'm trying to fucking remember. Hold on. Let me read the stupid, what the fuck? I've just, like, forgotten everything. Kohane steadily build up experience good for the believe herself. Let me remember correctly here. Awakening B, Kohane is performing and solo still and whatnot. Oh yeah, they're VBSing, and then Stay Golden, which was the event from Singing in Sync on 1, in which Kohane blunders. That event has come up again, and VBS is like, okay, we're gonna participate in it again, and we're gonna fucking show all these scrub noob chudlings who VBS really is. And so they perform, and Kohane nails it. And I feel like I'm missing other things in the event story. This is all I remember. Kohane sings her solo, and she fucking cooks, and she literally shocks the entirety of VBS because they're like, holy shit, we didn't know she could sing this well. They finish singing. A mysterious man comes up to Kohane and is like, you got moxie, kid. You got moxie, kid. And walks away. And then Kohane tells the others, like, yo, a weird guy talked to me. And An's like, describe him. Kohane describes him. There's a person like that. But there's no way he's back on the Vivid Street. ... Future event setup. And the only other interesting thing in this event is, Kohane goes sicko mode. Akitoya are like, okay, go hamster, go hamster, go hamster. And on the other hand is like, go hamster. Ugh, what's this feeling in my chest? Like that's the only other interesting thing in the event story that happens. Like, am I wrong? Like that's the only thing. It's like, go hamster, go. Oh, why is my chest tightening up? Like, that's on in this event story. There's not really. No, but like, she literally does, like, the character model goes, this character model, when the character model does this, like, it does it all the time, bro. I does that shit all the time. Honestly, I feel like nothing else. Am I crazy? Is that actually all that happened in Awakening Beat? Kohane was just like, I'm the GOAT. Like, she just popped off. Like, she just popped off with the freestyle rap of all time, and got heartburn. Like, that's all it had. And a weird old guy talked to Kohane. That's all that happens, right? The first chapter, she doesn't pop off. I guess so. Okay, Awakening Beat is definitely an I was entertained moment. Like, what's it called? This is like the biggest critique of Kohane's character amongst entire fandom. She has no angst. However, I would argue not everyone needs fucking angst. But if you don't have angst, you gotta give her something else. As in, you gotta give her some more challenges to overcome. Like, okay, I guess it's like, I would hate to be the writers for Colorful Palette, because what the fuck do you do with Kohane's character? So many of the fucking OC cast have all these angsty backstories, so probably they wanted one character without an angsty backstory to kind of balance it, kind of like Ichika. But obviously we have Ichika's the ordinary girl who tries hard and, you know, gets good. So what the fuck's Kohane? Okay, she's the ordinary girl who just is good. So I understand why she has that character like journey, but it's a very difficult thing to write and make interesting, and like, okay, low-key Kohane is like a new cookie in Cookie Run Kingdom, where every time she fucking sings, it's like, oh, she just got better. Suddenly, she's better. And like the power scaling is all fucked up. I feel like that's kind of Kohane's problem. Her power scaling is just like off the charts. So it just kind of feels unfair a little bit. Yeah, she has no hurdles with consequences. There's like, okay, she had in like Sing and Sync, but like she didn't get any consequences from sucking and singing in sync, really. At the first day golden, or from the stage that makes ongoing cardiac arrest. Yeah. No, we're not. We had no time for Casa 7. Make her go a bit insane. A little pro tag blood in her. Oh, we make her a little sycamore. I wouldn't mind that. Mary Sue. One day she pulled a Coco. I can't sing anymore. I don't know. I would hate to be the writers. Like, what the fuck do you do with Kohane's character? It's like a very hard. Like, what do we do here? I don't know. So. Yeah, no, it'd be cool if Kohane turns into like Akito and gets like really like cocky, and then she gets like, I don't know, humbled. Like I guess that would be the only good thing, but it's, I don't know. Awakening B was pretty good though. Like I wasn't honk shoeing, I'll say that much. Okay, next we have, okay, we have 8 event stories. It's 2:30. Can I finish this before midnight? Yes, if I do each one in 5 minutes, I can finish before in like 3 hours. All right, 5 minutes per. I'm just gonna speedrun this. All right, Sounds of a Summer Festival. This is Shinanome's sibling, Shinanome 1. I don't even know what the other Shinanome focus on. Shinanome event. Okay. There is a oh holy shit! I just like start remembering this event. So much happens in the event. All right, I'm gonna list what happens in the event. First, we get Akito's backstory. He was a soccer player in middle school, and then his team gets rolled, and then he realizes, wait a minute, I don't actually give that many shits about soccer. I was just doing it because I had a little bit of natural talent, but I got rolled by these kids who genuinely wanted, okay, I'm quitting soccer because I have no purpose or goal in life. He quits soccer. He's fucking angsty and sad, and me. His older sister Anna is like, oh my god, stop being so angsty and edgy, bro. It's the summer festival, and Anna's like, Akito, can you come and get me? My shoes are broken. Akito goes. There's a musical festival, a musical performance happening, and Anna drags Akito to go watch. Akito watches it. Up to this point, he had no interest in music, and he goes, yo, this shit kind of popping. And it's like, why don't you try singing? And Akito's like, but what if I don't want to take it seriously? And Anna goes, just try it, and then decide later if you want to go seriously. Akito tries singing, he goes to Rad Weekend, the rest is history. That's the backstory. Fast forward to the present. Same summer festival happens, and Bad Dogs gets invited to perform as headliners. Bad Dogs agrees. Meanwhile, N25, Anna's still like, how the hell do I get Mizuki to open up? Fuck it, let's go to the summer festival. So, they go to the summer so N25 goes to the summer festival. Also, Adi and Shizuku are at the summer festival. That's like the C fucking plot. Akito and Toya, they're at the event. For some reason, they decided they needed to add dancing to their event, so Akito bought cool new dancing shoes. In the shuffle of the event, his cool new dancing shoes get lost in the shuffle, and he's about to perform, and now he's like, oh fuck, what do I do? I'm about to perform, and I don't got my cool dancing Adidas. By pure coincidence, Anna spots the shoes at the other side of the festival, calls up Akito, and I'm like, hey, did you lose your shoes? I see them. I'm at the festival. And Akito's like, yes, those are my shoes. Please bring them to me. Anna locks in, grabs the shoes, goes to Akito, gives him the shoes right before he's about to perform. He performs, you know, Bad Dog style. You know, Bad Dogs does their thing. Afterwards, N25, this is the first time Anna's actually seen Bad Dogs performed. N25 watches and goes, oh, that was cool. Kanade, Mafiu, fuck off. And it's now Mizuki and Anna who run into Shizuku Adi, and then Akito and Toya pop in. The six of them decide to go, let's go enjoy the festival together. And Akito's like, oh fuck, okay, let's go, because Toya agreed, so I'll go. Akito and Enna are walking side by each other, and they low-key are bickering, but they kind of reminisce about how, oh yeah, I only started singing and all of this stuff because you took me to this festival, Enna. But they won't admit that they deeply love each other as siblings because they're the Shinanomes and they hate each other on the surface, but they are good siblings. And that's the story. So much happened to this event. First of all, we see the stupid chudling child model for Akito, which is so funny. He looks like a big stupid Minecraft child. I love it. I love this event. We get backstory on, we get like, this is like Akito 0.5. It's not really as much of an, it's like Shinonome event, but like this is low-key Akito 1.5. Like it drops so much Akito backstory. It's kind of important, IMO. But I thought this event does a really good job of showcasing that the Shinonome siblings, when they need each other, they will back each other up, which I love. Like their ride or dies, but there's a 50% chance to die is from the other one because they hate each other. I love the dynamic here. Is like the Shinanomes are awesome because it's like when they need each other and they rely on the other one will never let, like for example, Akito is like, holy shit, I need my shoes, and first of all sees the shoes and it instantly goes, he needs these right now, calls him, instantly informs him. Akito says, I need these right now, and she hauls ass, like no questions asked. There's no like negotiations, because if they were annoying shitty siblings, like N would be like, I'll only do it if you bring me cheesecake, and Akito's like, oh, you're such a bitch, fine, I'll do it. No, when push comes shove and they need each other, they will just do it, no questions asked. Or like, for example, in the backstory, the only reason Akito went to the festival in the first place is Enna called and said, Akito, I need you to come get me, I'm hurt. Akito sprints there, like he just goes, like this kid's like 12 years old and super annoying. He just sprints to the event, and obviously he finds out it wasn't that serious and they start bickering, but like he thought Enna was hurt, so he locks in and goes. Like I thought it is so nice to see that these siblings, when push comes shove, they're there for each other. I love that. Yeah, you are missing out on a BBS story. Maybe Akito Oishi. Yeah, I feel like it actually is like such a good event. Yeah, they care so much. They'll never give up their charger for the other. But if one, yeah, it's like, I need a charger, go fuck yourself. I need a liver. Okay, bet. That's a great way to put it. It's so realistic. Exactly. They hate each other a little in a good way. Honestly, I actually think I put it up here. Like, if you think like this will make you love the Shinanomes. Like, honestly, if you didn't like Akito and you still don't like it, like I think this event will make you go like, oh, Akito Oishi. And even if it doesn't make you Akito Oishi, it'll definitely make you be like, oh, I actually like, this is a character that I enjoy like seeing in events now. And or if you're like, you hate like bickering siblings, like it'll make you like Enna and Akito more. It doesn't matter, even if you don't Oishi them, you will like both of those characters more significantly. 100%. Hundo P. I like Akito and I also like bully Akito. Remember, there's no bigger haters of Akitos than Oishis. Phenomenal event. I like actually S tier. And also, I think it's the most realistic of the like. Also, yeah, it's by far the most realistic of all the sibling dynamics in the game. Okay, like I don't know, like this, like okay, I take it back. I knew one pair of siblings that were like the Tenmas, but low-key we all thought it was like kind of weird. Like we're in high school, so we're just being annoying high schoolers, but they were like so close, like they would like back hug each other and stuff. Obviously it definitely was not the way I'm implying it, but it was just like a lot of skinship for public, for school, you know what I mean? Like, if you saw a couple doing that, you'd be like, bro, knock it off. You see, like, siblings in there, like, hey, yo, knock it off. We're fucking school. Why are you back hugging each other at school? Can we knock this shit out? We're at school. Please. Please. Stop. Please. Chill. 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 So, I take it back. I do know one pair of siblings like the Tenmas. I don't know anybody like the Hinamoris. But the Shinonome, that's very IRL sibling coded. Okay, let's go next one. I got that done in 7 minutes. I'm doing good pace. All right, best summer ever. Holy filler schlop. Fucking doesn't matter. Who cares? Honk, shoot. I don't give a fuck. Put it in the bottom of the trash can. I do not care for this event story, but I'll put it a little bit higher than this one. I'll put this here. What is the best summer about? The Mia girls go to a seaside school for the weekend. Honami, Saki, Emu, and Kohane are in a group. They have to do a presentation. They decide to do a musical. They learn about the power of freestyle and being in character when you sing. And then the drums break. They're about to perform, and then the drums Saki Honami is going to use break. So Saki and Emu need to do a distraction. So Emu does a magic show with the help of Wonderland's X Showtime's Miku, who is literally doing like real magic, not magician magic, like wizardry, in order to do the tricks, because Emu and her and that Miku did not plan shit. So the Miku was just doing magic, fucking magic. And then they perform. And then all of the Mia girls have barbecue on the beach. That's all that happens. Nothing. The only good thing about this event story is watching Emu do the stupid magic show. That's it. I don't know about birthday in Japan. Maybe someone in general can be different. I mean, who knows? Yeah, it once again, it's also worse because the Shinonome peak was before this. You know, we're looking more like a mother-daughter. Yes. Yeah, this event, literally, it just nothing. It's so boring. They just like skip this shit. Like, don't fucking like just skip the shit. It's like actually skip it. Like nothing happens here. What's next? Well, it took 2 minutes. Oh, we got Adi 2, the actual first Adi focus event, but technically Adi 2. Adi 2, happy, lovely, every day. This is kind of heat. MMJ get invited to perform at an elementary school. Okay, they get invited for first IRL performance, elementary school. And so they're super excited. The kids at the elementary school sends MMJ a bunch of messages beforehand. And a lot of the messages are for Adi because they all used to watch Adi on variety shows when they were little kids. And obviously this kind of, you know, Adi kind of it's like, damn, no one remembers me as an idol. They only remember me as happy mask everyday girl. I can't fucking remember it. Happy everyday happy. It's some weird broken English. I can't fucking remember. They only remember my variety show personality. This sucks. And Adi is like low-key in the dumps about it. So Haruka gets an idea to cheer her up, and they surprise plan a solo song for Adi to do after MMJ's performance. And Shizuku even goes out of the way to find the unreleased solo debut song that Adi was supposed to sing when she was in Cutie Days. So day of the performance come around, MMJ are performing for these elementary school kids. They do a bunch of games with the kids. They're live streaming it. Everyone's having a good old time. Then Adi does her solo song, and the kids love it. Idi's having the time of her life, being an idol on stage. And then after she finishes performing, a little girl comes up to Adi and says, "Hey, Adi, when I was, my parents were always working late, so I was always alone at home, and I used to watch you on variety shows when I was really lonely, and seeing you in variety shows always gave me hope for another day." And Adi starts tearing up because she's so happy to know that even when she was part of Cutie Days and no one thought of her as an idol, and she was pretty much like just a variety star personality, she still was able to give hope to people, and Adi's so happy by that. I fucking loved ID2. I fucking loved it. ID2 was awesome. I thought ID2 was great. I thought it was so sweet. How bad is story to be 2 minutes? A lot of stories could be summarized in 2 minutes. Carnation recollections could be summarized in 45 seconds. Just because it's 2 minutes doesn't mean bad. Also, I forego because I haven't written down my summary notes for this shit yet. Happy Everyday Lovely is awesome. I thought it was great. I thought it was like a great way for Airi to reconcile with her past and make peace with her past. That's how I'll put it. I feel like Shizu 1 was Shizuku making peace with her past. Airi 2 was her making peace with her past too, and I fucking thought it was awesome. Like, I feel like for Airi and Shizuku, their past kind of haunts them a little differently than like Haruka. But I feel like with Airi 2, Airi is able to move forward knowing that like all the time she spent on Cutie Days as like a variety show star was not pointless, and it still served her like greater goal of wanting to be an idol. Also, we got this shit, okay? I watched the concert, the in-game live virtual concert video for this. This is when we started getting the fucking thingy. Okay, this is when she started doing this shit, which is low-key heat. Okay, I'm gonna start doing this. I feel like it's hard as hell. This is hard as hell. It's so cute. Or is it like she goes like beep, beep, beep. I don't know what she does. I love it. It's cute. I thought Airi 2 heat, awesome. I also like Ice Drops. I feel like I don't know if that's like a controversial take or like everyone forgets about that song. I low-key like Ice Drops like a lot, even though Len's in it. I still like that song. I think Ice Drops good. I don't know. Everyone sleeps on it for some reason. I like it. I think Airi come to do. I loved 11s. I loved 11s. I loved Ice Drops. You know, they're not my favorite songs, but they're good. Yeah, Len debuff. Put Ren in that shit instead, man. Fuck. I will say, I don't know if it'll make you stay. I don't know if it'll make you oishi Airi though, to be honest. Like, I definitely had a physical reaction, but like, I don't think it's gonna make you go like, oh, I'm Airi oishi. I think it's just a solid event. Like, I think Airi events so far, they're just solid. Like, Airi, okay. Airi is like one of the characters who always has a brain cell. You know what I mean? There's some characters who's like, yo, they got no brain cells. Like, Toya got no brain cells up there. Tsukasa, he got no brain cells up there. Airi's noggin's always on, bro. Airi's noggin's always screwed on her head. She's always locked in. Who else? Airi and Shiho are like the Airi, Shiho always locked in. They maybe Akito too. I put Akito there too. Those three always locked in, and they're never just doing goofy odd things for the sake of the plot. I feel like those three are always so locked in. Okay, what do we got next? Okay, we have 5. Okay, I can do 5. Okay. Okay, next we got Nene 2, Mermaid Admiration. What happens in Nene 2? Nene 2, one of the next Showtime, they're ambassadors, and so the first place they get sent is to this fancy resort to perform, and we learn that, and I guess because they're going to resort, they decide we're gonna do a rendition of The Little Mermaid. And this is Nene's suggestion because the first musical she ever watched was a rendition of The Little Mermaid, and yes, this is Gloria Steady Go. I'm pretty sure was a rendition of Little Mermaid, and this was the show that made Nene go, I want to be a musical actress, and the woman who was the lead in The Little Mermaid became Nene's favorite actress. So one of the next Showtime, they go to this fucking resort, they perform in The Little Mermaid, and Nene runs into, lo and behold, her idol, the woman who was the lead for the Little Mermaid show that she watched when she was a kid. The woman watches their show and is like super impressed. After the show, Nene and her idol go for a walk on the beach and like talk like actress to actress, and Nene asks her idol a bunch of questions like, how is it like being an actress in America, yada yada yada, your life story. And the musical actress starts talking about how like, oh, I used to be in a musical troupe too back in Japan, and it was really sad when I left, but you know, I wanted to change my dreams in America. And then he's like, what do you mean you left? And it's like, oh well, you know, it was good while it lasted, but eventually we had different goals, and so I left the group. And my generation left the group, and there's a new generation running the group now, but that's the way things go. And then the actress goes off. Nene goes back to Wonderland next Showtime. They're having fun on the beach, celebrating the you know, they did a great job performing at the resort. And then it thinks about how, like, holy shit, eventually our paths are gonna go in different direction, and Wonderland Deck Showtime is not gonna be together forever. Like, and literally the ends was Nene going like, I'm gonna appreciate my friend while it lasts, but eventually our paths will probably diverge and we probably won't be together. And I went, oh my heart. I went, holy, this shit was so, this was such a ground, wow, this hurt me. Yeah, World Link 2 foreshadowing. This event is so grounded in reality. Holy fuck. Okay, I think this event is one of those events that hits really harder when the older you get. Okay, like I said, there's some events, stories that the older you get, the harder they hit. For example, I can't, hold on, you know what's crazy? You know me, I'm really bad at reading event story. This is actually one of the random event stories I read. ID4. ID4 is the most adult friendship coded event story of all time. If you are over the age, if you have graduated school and you've lost touch with any sort of friends because of adult responsibilities or just life gets in the way, ID4 hits you like a fucking 16-wheeler, bro. Okay, I've read ID4. I fucking loved ID4. Okay, Mermaid Admiration is the exact same category of event where the older you get, the hardest event hit. Mermaid Admiration hits so different after you, I'll say it like this. If you've been in a friend group for a really long time and then the friend group eventually disbanded, Mermaid Admiration hits so fucking hard, bro. Mermaid Admiration hits really hard after you've had like a friend group, like a really long running friend group split up, because it's just like, oh yeah, nothing lasts forever. Like, your paths eventually do diverge, as sunshine and rainbows it could be. Like, you'll break up, like eventually everyone will go their own ways and you'll never be able to like recapture the magic. And I thought Mermaid Admiration was so grounded in reality, because I feel like stories for like shit like this, they never touch on the idea of like, yeah, this isn't gonna fucking last forever. Like, eventually we're gonna all move on, our paths will go separate ways, and is what it is. And I just thought it was so heat. Oh my god, I'm not joking. This actually, I'm not joking. This actually puts it up here for me, because I think it's so, I really like the fact that the story was written this way, that it's like, yeah, we're thinking about this now because it makes sense. And the second thing I really like is Nene's reaction to it wasn't like she started tweaking out or started doing some like one brain cell action. She accepted it. She kind of went, this is really sad to think about, but it probably is gonna happen. So, but I can't control that. I can't control the future, so I can't control that it probably is gonna happen. So I'm gonna just like enjoy to the fullest the time I have with my friends now. And I'm like, fucking W takeaway from this. It's like, yeah, except that nothing good lasts forever, but you know, let's enjoy the now while we can. Such a W, but I fucking hate Glory Steady Goes. That's besides the point. You can tell this does not bias my opinion, because I still put it in fucking S tier. I think this is such a good Nene event. So goddamn good. Okay, what do we got next? The Moon Rabbit and Us Hinamori's. The Hinamori's focus event. What happened in this event story? Hold on, I'm calculating, I'm thinking. What happens here is, I'm pretty sure it's like the Moon Festival or some shit. And I think Leonid wants to do, okay, I think, what the fuck happened to MMJ? MMJ wants to do some kind of like live stream surrounding it. I can't remember the fucking order. Okay, MMJ wants to do like a live stream surrounding it, and Leonid wants to do a party surrounding it. Oh, okay, Leonid wants to do a party surrounding it. No. The order goes, MMJ is gonna do a special moon viewing live stream. And then meanwhile, the Leonid is thinking about doing something special for the moon viewing together, but they decide, no, let's just do something with our families. And then MMJ does their thing, and then Shiho joins MMJ afterwards, and they have a great old moon viewing party together. And pretty much this entire event is just like tiny Shiho, tiny Shizuku making dango-shaped rabbit together, and it's low-key really cute. Okay, I'll be honest, I don't know why the events, like the plot of this event story is so fuzzy in my head because I can't remember the order of it. But this was a really nice, warm, fluffy event. Like, I thought it was really sweet. Like, I think this event story must contain the most Shiho smiling in the entire, like, so far. Like, I feel like, you know, most of the time when Shiho's standing there, she's kind of got, like, a face. But I feel like in this event, she's, like, constantly blushing and smiling. I thought it was just, like, a really sweet event. I thought it was a really great... I just thought it was good. It was just nice and sweet. I think it was one of the events that, like I said, there's events that move us forward in the plot, and there's events that dive us deeper. This is one of those deeper events. And I think it dived deeper in a nice way. Like, I don't think it was like unexpected, but I was entertained. Like, it was good. It was good. I thought it was actually quite sweet to see like Shiho show so much emotion. So I'm putting here. I'm putting here. All right, what do we got next? The actual Ichika won. A bright future. What happens here? Leonid's like, all right, we're gonna do our own show. They're gonna do their own show, and they're like, okay, we need lyrics though. Ichika, you gotta lock in and write lyrics. And Ichika is just like, oh fuck, I can't get these goddamn lyrics written. God damn it, my lyrics sound so cheesy and they suck. And so Ichika goes to get advice from Leonid, Miku, and Iori. Leonid Miku's advice kind of sucks ass as always. Iori's advice was like, who cares about trying to make your lyrics sound cool or catchy or whatever? Just speak from the heart. And so Ichika says, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to speak from the heart. And she writes lyrics, and they're straight from her heart, and they're not like fancy in any way. They're very kind of corny and plain, but honestly, they're from the Kokoro, which is all that matters. It's all that matters. So the lyrics get done. Leonid plays at the live house Shiho works at. The audience is like low-key whatever about Leonid. They don't hate it, but they're not like going crazy. They're not going, ah. Like, the audience watches Leonid perform, and they're like, that wasn't bad. Not bad. Okay. Maybe they can be something better. Not terrible. Leonid afterwards is like, that was so fun playing our own song. This was awesome. Even though the crowd was like not that big, they were warming up to us. And that's a bright future. I thought this event was good because it was realistic, which is actually my biggest criticism of this event. Okay, if this event wasn't so touching, it actually would go lower, because my biggest criticism for Tsukasa 1 is they do the big show and they go viral within like hours, and like that part was just so unrealistic to me. I really like A Bright Future because it's so realistic. Yeah, they like, who cares if they have a Seikai? They are a no-name band. They perform live at a tiny live house. People only give a shit because they happen to be there, but no one's that excited. That's realistic. And Leonie now has to go on the long grind to being pro, as they should be. This is like, okay, this is a good event story because it actually is like, no, if you were in this position, this is actually what would probably happen. Like, if any of you just tomorrow decided, I'm gonna upload a YouTube video and I want to be a YouTuber, it probably is gonna go to A Bright Future. You'll probably get like a few hundred views, and you know, some people are gonna fucking like it. The views probably won't be high. You might get like a subscriber or two, but you know, it doesn't matter. You did it. And that's why I like Bright Future. It's very realistic, and the girls accept it, and they also are like super realistic. So I really like A Bright Future. I also like how it's like Ichika learning to like be herself, even if herself is a little corny. she's a very straightforward, like, plain girl, and she's kind of like accepting, and I like that. I like that. And she was born on the cob. That's how she cooks. Even though next recording, she indeed born on the cob. She's a cob. I will say I was entertained. I don't know if I had a physical reaction, but I thought it was a very grounded like solid Leonid event. Solid. Okay, no complaints in this event. No complaints. I was like, no, I like it. All right, what's next? Oops, I mixed up this order. I feel like it's hold on. It's Mirage of Light and then Scramble Fit. Okay, this is the event that changed everything for me with Mafu, because I was not a Mafu fan, and you know, Mafu 1 was so whatever. I couldn't give a fuck about Mafu 1, and then Mafu's like randomly dropping bars in random N25 stories. I did enjoy that. Mafu 2 though, big fan of Mafu 2. What happened to Mafu 2? Mafu is like she's just getting sick. And as she's getting sick, she's having like memories of her childhood of when she would get sick and her like mom taking care of her and her parents taking care of her. But in the present, she's getting sick, and eventually she collapses on a random park bench, and Kanade finds her and goes, "Oh God, is that Mafu?" And so Kanade takes Mafu to her home and takes care of her. And for some reason, Kanade decided to make like applesauce. By the way, I've never heard of this. If you're sick, eat applesauce. I think that's a load of baloney. I've never heard. Like, can someone fact check this? Has anyone ever thought about eating applesauce when you're sick? Like, that's a load of baloney to me. Maybe it's some white people thing, but they're not white. So I've never heard of this anyone know about this applesauce sickness thing? I would imagine when you're brat die when you're vomiting. Bread, rice, applesauce, toast. Maybe it's easy on the stomach. Yeah, apple healthy. I don't know. My brain defaults sick people food just kanji. Maybe I'm too Chinese. I'm feeling very Chinese today. I feel very Chinese when I'm sick. Really? Oh. Yeah, I don't really like the way applesauce looks. I agree. Yeah, but like toast, I don't know. To me, okay, you know why? It's because applesauce in my head is like a cold food, and I would never want to eat a cold food when I'm sick. That's why. Because like soup is warm, toast is warm. I would never want to eat applesauce when I'm sick, because it's like in my head, it's like a cold food. You know what I mean? It's cold. You're sick. You don't want it cold. You want it fucking warm. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, regardless, Kanane somehow makes homemade applesauce for Mafu, which is beyond me. I don't know how Kanane even managed to do that. Feeds it to Mafu. Mafu eats the applesauce, gets reminded of a memory of when she was a kid, of how her mom would take care of her when she was sick, and Mafu got like started feeling a very warm feeling in the present. Kane's like, holy shit, she's smiling. Mafu wakes up from her sickness, finds herself in Kane's like dungeon of darkness room, and is like, where the fuck am I? And Kane's like, oh yeah, sorry, I didn't really have time to clean up, but are you feeling better now? And Mafu's like, yes I am. Thank you for taking care of me. It made me feel really warm inside. And Mafu goes on her day, and she's like, okay, I now remember a warm feeling. I liked his event story. I thought it was a great backstory into Mafu. Kande locked in so hard for this. I'm actually impressed Kande was even able to like help Mafu home. Kande can barely lift a box of instant noodles. Like, I'm shocked she was able to like guide like the dying sick like Mafu to her home. It's kind of impressive to me. I liked the event story. I also thought it was like Mafu now. Okay, this is why I did not like main story Mafu, but I like her now. Mafu in this event story feels like she is like really trying to like look for why feelings make her feel that way. Well, stupid ass sentence I just said. But it really feels like Mafu is like searching for the answers she wants and is begging the people around her for the help, which is why I like her now. Okay, now I like Mafu because she realizes how much people around her are helping her, so she's still trying, and she's being nicer to people around her. Crazy concept, main story Mafia. So I really like Mirage of Light. Does it make me Oishi Mafia? No, but I was entertained. I don't think I would put in I have physical reaction because like technically the story is very slow. It's like it's low-key super slow pace. Like it's one of the event stories that technically like nothing happened. Like, it's slow paced. We get a good backstory. Like but I liked it. I thought I did a good job. All right, and last but not least, we have Scramble Fan Fiesta. Scramble Fan Fiesta is the first anni. We're at the first anniversary. Woohoo! The game survived a year. What happens? Minori is now pulling a Kohane, and she wants to get more practice performing to catch up with MJ. So Kohane, Nene, Ichika, through a series of wacky events, Minori learns about, there's Fan Fiesta. It's like a Vocaloid fan event where you can perform and Minori's like, I'm gonna perform in it. Kone's like, I'm gonna perform in it. Ichi goes, I'll perform too. And then they said, fuck it, I'll perform too. So all four of these girls decide they're gonna perform solo at this Vocaloid fan event. But they decide we're gonna lock in Rocky style and we're gonna do a training montage with each of the other subunits. So the first subunit they train with is VBS. Okay, Minori's like, I want to learn how to perform. So Kohane's like, come perform as VBS. So our group of 4 girls goes to VBS practice. So-called free thinkers when performing. And the only funny thing that happens in like, and then I guess Minori is like singing and VBS give her a lot of useful advice, and the funniest thing that happens here is Akito is not doing the nice guy act and he just saying shit straight. I don't know why. Seeing Minori and Akito interact was funny as fuck because I'm like, why are these two interacting? Like, this is like watching oil and water talk to each other. It's kind of funny. And so Minori learns how to sing better from VBS, and then they go to meet Wonderland Deck Showtime and they learn how to dance. Emu teaches them how to do Emu teaches them how to Dougie. Like, I don't fucking know. And then do they do anything with Leonie? No, they don't do anything with Leonie. And then they it's the day of the performance, and they all perform individually. Meanwhile, N25 is in the audience watching, along with like all the subunits are there watching their respective members. And Kande's like, wow, I'm really glad I win. I learned about other genres of music. Yeah, Emu teaches him how to Wonderhoid Dougie. Yep, that's canon. I did not make that up. That was pretty much it for Scramble Fan Fiesta. This is genuinely just one of those, do you want to see this? Do you want to see 2 characters that should never interact? Here you go. Like, that's all Scramble Fan Fiesta was. Like, you want to see Akito and Minori interact. You want to see like Mafuyu and Airi interact. Here you go. Like, that's pretty much all of Scramble Fan Fiesta. Honestly, it's a honk shoe, but it's not a skip. It's a good pointless interaction event, but it's still a pointless interaction event. Yeah, like, you could probably skip it, but it's definitely better than this shit, man. This shit sucks at, man. It's so bad. Yeah, Rare Shippers Roman Empire Scramble Fan Fiesta. Yeah, I would say it's... Oh my god, oops. Okay, it's definitely better than Singing Amongst the Cherry Blossom, but now it's still up here. Yeah, anniversary events are pretty much always going to be borderline filler slop, I imagine. Okay, I did it, guys. I did it in 3 hours. I did it 3 hours 11. Not bad. You'll see them interact in this event if you want to see Akita and Minori interact. Guys, I did it. We got through all of them. First year of event stories. Pat on the back for your streamer. I feel like I'm a lore Andy now, bro. I'm a lore Andy. I'm so in it to win it. Yes, I gotta read them though. I did it. I only have 5 more years to catch up on. Okay, to be honest, if I didn't have to like, okay, if I didn't read the card side stories and I didn't like make notes for everything and like farming all of the shit for like content, like God, y'all should know I got so many fucking like fun facts, funny interactions. I have a whole doc, I have like a fucking Google page, like a Google Doc dedicated to moments, and it gets rage baited. Okay, like I'm just be reading shit and I'm like, all right now, okay, I'm like that fucking, I'm like I'm like, you know that meme of like Jarvis doing like Iron Man doing all this shit, like fucking sorting shit, like if I didn't have to do all that, I probably could have got through it faster. You were at rest for 3 minutes into card stories though. Yeah, and a rage-based compilation. But what's it called? I thought event stories are good. I feel like the issue is though, when they're bad, they're so bad, dog. I also cannot blame people for not wanting to read the lore. Dude, I read 1 year. This was such a daunting task, and I'm still not done. Like, it is so daunting of a task. It's so much. And the problem is, when it's bad, it's bad. Okay, and the worst part is, even for like some of the better event stories, like, okay, like everything in, let's say I was entertained and physical reaction, fucking ignore Philly Shop and Honk Shoe. Like, don't even, like, you can not even read this. The issue is, so much is because the dialogue for these event stories have to be written, like they're kind of assuming you read the previous event stories, but it might have been a while because, like, you know, maybe you read them as they go, so they often have to reiterate things to you that are like, holy shit, I fucking get it. Like, holy shit, I fucking get, like, yes, I get it. Yes, I get it. Minoni wants to spread out. I understand. Be like I love Minoni, but my God, if I had a fucking nickel, if I took a shot every time she says I want to spread hope and work hard, I would be plastered. Like, that's the issue, is like, I think that's just like an issue with visual novels. They have to reiterate things so many times because they are not sure if you remember. They're not sure if you remember, so they have to reiterate it over and over again. And there's a lot of just like filler dialogue too. Like, yeah, every time Tsukasa takes fucking World Fish Start drunk. Are not complete act Japanese. I feel like, to me picking, honestly, I don't feel like that's too big of an issue. Like, that's not a perfect translation. I feel like the issue is there's so many lines that I'm just like, dog, we don't need this. We don't need this. Like, we could have, there's so much like fluff that can be cut from events. Even the best events have a lot of like reiteration and fluff that, like, we can trim this down by like 2 chapters and it's still the exact same event and it's still just as good. So the issue is, if you're like a casual enjoyer and you're trying to get into the event, it's like, oh, it's so brutal. It's so brutal. And the problem is, the moment you hit one event story, and the other issue is the pace at which event stories come out at is like, holy fuck. If you miss a little bit, you're so fucked. You're never catching up again. Like, you actually are never catching up. Like, if you don't play for 2 weeks, congratulations. Unless you want to sit down for like an hour and catch up, you're never catching up. Go fuck yourself. There's too much. It's like a good problem to have. They make too much content. It's so hard to keep up. Yep. Yeah, so when they crash hard night. Yeah, when the events are bad, they're so bad. You miss the arc enders if you skip an event. It feels like, yeah, like, honestly, also the problem is the other issue is some events carry so much more plot weight. Even if you exclude the quality of an event, bro, some events, it's like, you missed this and you missed everything. Like, okay, this sounds really bad. Minoni 1 is fucking amazing, but if you actually miss Minoni, if you skip Minoni 1, it's actually not. The MMJ plot still kind of makes sense, to be honest. It sounds really bad, and I'm saying as someone who fucking I literally put Minoni 1 top of my tier list. Even if you skip Minoni 1, MMJ plot still kind of makes sense. Bro, if you skip time to restart, nothing, man. If you skip time to restart, you'd be like, you know, the John Travolta fucking gif where he's looking around like like you cannot skip ID1. Other things you cannot skip. Oh, you can skip Toyo 1. Low-key, you can skip Toyo 1. It'll still make sense, which is bad because I really like Toyo 1. If you skip Wonder Magical Showtime Tsukasa 1, what? Nothing makes sense. If you skipped Emu 1, nothing makes sense. You skip Sounds of a Summer Festival, still makes sense. That's the issue. So the problem is, if you're like a casual enjoyer and you really only want the most essential things, it's really hard to tell what you can read and what you can skip because the game's definition of key events, like, it's so stupid. Yeah. What was the most, what was the most important non-key story? Oh, it was probably Kamiyama High Fest. Kamiyama High Fest is the most important non-key story, and the most filler key story. Okay, the most important, like, not key story by far is Kamiyama High Fest. Kamiyama High Fest is like, yeah, key events or focus events. Like, out of non-focus events, Kamiyama High Festival, yo, you actually can't skip that shit. You, like, if you're a music key stan, Dewey stan, you actually, this is a non-negotiable. You must read this. Skipping Shiho 1 is why she wasn't popular one. Yeah, if you skip Shiho 1, it makes no fun. Okay, what's like a focus event you can probably skip? Like, the most skippable focus event? Yo, it's Haru 1, bro. Skip Haru 1. Haru 1 is like, who fucking cares? Like, Haru 1 is like, literally doesn't matter. Haru 1 has no relevance. Nothing happened. You don't get more depth to Haruka's character and it doesn't move her character forward. Skip Haru 1, bro. Yeah, you cannot Oishidui and skip Wonder Halloween. Wonder Halloween. Yeah, I feel like Nui first year event, he's not really that important. He doesn't really get much. NO1 is required reading, bro. Okay, NO1. Okay, the most required readings, in my opinion. Okay, the most required readings for every subunit. You absolutely must read Resonating With You. For Leonid, you cannot skip Resonate. I don't give a fuck. You have to read Resonating With You. If you do not read Resonating With You, just don't even bother reading about Leonid. You must read Resonating With You. Resonating With You. All right. MMJ. ID1. Non-negotiable. Why the fuck are they live streaming? Everything answered in ID1. You must read ID1. All right. VBS. It's not skippable in VBS. Yeah, I think I'm debating between Singing in Sync and Stray Bad Dogs, but like VBS, I feel like it's VBS skip, like you skip all of VBS. I feel like Singing in Sync is probably more important than Stray Bad Dogs. I feel like Ann1 is the like you cannot skip. Yeah, I feel like Singing in Sync is not skippable. Wonderland's Next Showtime, bro. You have just to read you cannot miss Wonder Magical Showtime. You must read this. You must read Wonder Magical Showtime. It's like, holy fuck. Everything happens in this event. Yeah, VBS is kind of strange because like how I define skippable is it involves everyone in the group, but not a single VBS event story involves everyone in the group. It's just like pairs, like they are paired Andes, okay? Yeah, but I feel like Singing in Sync, the issue is if you skip Singing in Sync is more important than Stray Bad Dogs, because Singing in Sync fixes Kohane An. Kohane An Anhane at the end of the main VBS story is the most unbalanced fucking relationship you've ever seen in your goddamn life, and Singing in Sync fixes that. And yeah, and it also makes An more than I just love my girlfriend. Okay, and what's it called? N25? Okay, I actually don't even think I don't think Kanade 1's required reading for. Okay, it's between Secret Discern and Insatiable Pale Color. N01? Yeah, it's N01. Yeah, what am I fucking kidding? I literally complained about how Mizu 1 is like fucking 6 chapters of nothing. Yeah, it's N01. N01 is unskippable. You have to read N01. Even though N01 is genuinely like super Enna focused, I feel like N01. Okay, N25 out of all the subunits, their focus events are the most focused. Sounds stupid. Stupid ass sentence. Doesn't make any sense. I feel like out of all the other, I feel like N25 event stories are so like, this event story is actually only about this character, and we are progressing this character and their relationship with maybe one of the character fucking only, and no other bullshit's happening. Like, fuck the other two. You know what I mean? Like, N01, it's Enna time. What is it? The thumper, it's thumping time. That fucking the fucking gift that Bone always puts in the Discord server. It's thumper time. Like, that's what it feels like to read N01. Yeah, and N25 is very character focused. Wonderland X Showtime is group focused. No Wonderland Showtime event has felt like the group, to be honest. It's always, except the Nene ones. The Nene ones are always, okay, Nene focus events are about Nene, and the rest of Wonderland X Showtime, their focus events are about just like the fucking entire group. Okay. But that's all. Okay, that's my yapping over. It's almost midnight, guys. I feel like this is I got my throat hurts. These are like super yapper streams. My voice hurts. Thanks for the follow. My voice hurts. I gotta call it, guys. This is like a super yapper stream. I just yapped for like 3 hours about the lore of this game. We will do the next one. We will do the next one. Besides, I'm just yapping around stuff now. The tier list is over. I hope you enjoy the tier list. All right. I'm gonna call it here. I hope you enjoyed this tier list. I feel like it was a good break after I've been, you know, I got stuck in fucking Montreal. Dude, I'm gonna eat some soup. Make some soup. All right, second anni now. Don't ask what is happening. It'll happen at some point. I'm working. I'm working hard, hardly working. No, I'm not gonna raise pairings because I don't want to fucking get canceled. Queer bait? Are you kidding me? This is how I'm gonna. Bro, I'm not. That is a recipe for disaster, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream tonight. I hope you enjoyed the lore tier list. I must be the first motherfucker to do this on YouTube. I swear to God. I don't think anyone else has done this. You guys have a good night. Is there game night tomorrow? Can mods inform me? I don't know. I've been so offline this week. I literally have not looked at any of my Google calendars or... Does anyone know? Is there fucking... Movie game night tomorrow? Movie game night tomorrow. Join the Discord for that. Like the live stream. You're still here. You probably like the live stream. You've been here this long. Other than that, have a good night. I will see you later. I'll see you next week. There'll be more gaming next week. Join the Discord, like live stream, follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, as usual. Other than that, you guys have a good night. I'll see you later. Thanks for coming. Bye. Thanks for the follow.